Uh, it should be live now. Is it live on YouTube? We still not live on YouTube? I don't know what's going on. Then we not live on YouTube. This shit bugging out tonight. Nope, I don't
Yeah, we
think
live. We live on
we is live on.
YouTube.
There we go. There we go. My bad, y'all. My bad. I don't know what's going on tonight. I think that's the rain and the snow coming through this motherfucker acting crazy tonight. But I'm sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, we back. And we back. Everybody else, man, come back to check in with us, man. We finally back. Yo, whoever out there on YouTube, man, check in with us, man. Definitely. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Now we not live
But
on. But we gotta rock with it.
you're not live on Facebook now? I can see right now. Whoever, let me see them checking in. There we go. All right, there we go. Checking in. Yeah, we back. We back. I don't know about Facebook now, though. I think we are live on. Yeah, yeah, we are live on Facebook. We live on
We
Facebook
live
too.
on Facebook.
Yeah. But I ain't really worrying about it. We on YouTube though tonight, though. That is whatever happened. We on YouTube tonight. We on both. All right, that's why we on both. There we go. We back. Cheese, my brother, good looking cheese on the check-in. My bad, y'all, for the messed up difficulties, man, in the beginning. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But yo, to my peoples out there, how y'all feeling tonight? Let me go around the table again to the cast. We're gonna go to the lady first. Nels, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good.
Mm. All right. Chris,
And
Jay, how y'all brothers feeling tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. Chilling.
That's
Ready
what's
for
up.
the
That's what's up.
Bless, can't
What you got
complain.
going on, brother?
Can't complain, bro.
That's what I'm
Can't
talking
complain.
about. Yeah, I just been trying to prepare for this storm. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's gonna come for real or not, but I'm just trying to
It's
stay
coming.
prepared for it though, definitely.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
it's coming.
It's down.
It's coming. I didn't
It's
even
down
know
here.
it. It's, I think
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I stocked up on the
Mm. But
firewood,
yeah,
food, but I couldn't even buy water.
hey,
People going crazy. I couldn't even buy water.
that's the first thing I
But
got. That's the
that's
first thing I got.
yeah, if I wasn't
that's
at
the
work,
shit I hate.
if I ain't have to
Yeah.
drive so
These
long after I get out of work, I would have got
yeah.
some.
These people be buying all that water like they're gonna be in the house for 3-4 weeks or something. I'm like, what are y'all doing with all this stuff? It said it's
Nah,
gonna snow
nah,
for about 1 or 2 hours. Like, what's
Really,
going
what the
on?
fuck is that on your
nah,
screen? Edge.
nah.
I don't
It's
have
because we not prepared for that stuff like that down here. Like I said, like last year,
I
you
know.
had people out of power for like
Yeah.
two weeks. You feel me? It was out of power for like 2 weeks. What's up?
And sometimes too, you gotta
Yep.
What's up?
cook with the water. That's why they buy it in excess because you gotta cook with it too. Like I know, I remember a
Yeah.
couple years
Oh
ago. You
yeah.
remember that
Yeah.
big
Yeah. Definitely.
snowstorm we had down here? Texas wasn't prepared for it, so they was doing rolling blackouts. And anytime your power went on, it went on for like maybe 30, 40 minutes before it went out again. So I would have all the meals
Mm-hmm.
prepared, ready to go for when the power came on, so I could cook a quick meal, and I had to use the water, like the water that I bought. So it's they they
Oh
not
yeah.
they
Yeah.
not prepared for that.
Yeah. That's crazy. But
Yeah.
let me get into this real quick. Let me throw some tunes in there. Yo, man, y'all put them checks in the crowd, man. While I get these tunes started out there tonight. Who out there rolling with us? I know we had a little difficulties out there just now, man, but we back, y'all. Throw them checks in the crowd. Come on, throw them checks in the crowd while I go bang some of these tunes real quick right here. Who out there with us, man? I see you, Cheese. I see you, James. Hey, yo, James, man, good looking on coming back again with us and have fun with us tonight, James. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. But yo, Facebook and YouTube, don't shut us down, man. I'm about to kick a little tune real quick while y'all checking in on us before we get started.
Oh,
Let's go.
down for so long, didn't have.
Tonight, y'all. What's going on with y'all out there? I see y'all the checks in the crowd. Got some more people out there. I need all of y'all to check in, man. Throw them checks in the crowd. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Whoever y'all checking in from, y'all checking in from Facebook, y'all checking in from YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like button for us, please. And if y'all on YouTube and y'all this y'all first time coming to hang out with us, man, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button, please, y'all. Please, we will definitely thank you for that. All right, let me start it off light though. Last week, I know we got into a heavy with the little true or false thing, but I got another little 3 true or falses right now. I'm gonna start it off a little light though. But first one is true or false. Does sugar belong in grits?
True.
False.
True.
Oh, can you say that again? What was it?
Does sugar belong in grits?
False.
He cut you.
Man,
False, man.
false. I can't. Oh,
True or
false. I
false?
don't need to be false.
All right, 2 false, 2 trues. All right, move on to the next one. This one's a little tough though, right here. True or false? Most women judge other women based on their partner's income.
Mm.
Mm.
Most women judge other women by their partner's income.
True. I say true.
Yeah.
I say
True
I say
for
true too.
Nels. True for Jay.
true.
I said true. I said true. Chris, what you say, Chris?
I don't know, man. I don't know if true or false.
Pick one.
You got to choose one, motherfucker.
What was the question? I didn't get the question. What you said? Most
Pay
women
the
judge.
fucking
Women.
attention, bro.
I'm paying attention.
Huh?
I just you said most women
So
judge
how you
other
didn't hear the
women.
question? I said most women judge other women based off their partner's income.
Oh, true, 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 true.
True. Okay, cool. So we all agree on that. It's all true. All right. The last but not least, true or false? Parents who say if someone hit you, hit them back. Are they a part of the problem?
False.
Oh,
False.
false.
False,
False.
false.
All right, we all agree on those right there. We all agree. All right, we all agree on that. Would y'all like to elaborate on one of them for unless we could get into one of the questions? Would y'all like to elaborate on why y'all say the women what was the other one I had? Why the women judges other women from their partner's income? Everybody said that was true. So one of y'all want to elaborate on it?
I mean, I don't. I can elaborate, but it's gonna kind of be from the man perspective. So, I mean, I
That's where
don't
I come
really.
in.
We got a woman right there, so
So,
that's fine.
That's where I come in. Go ahead.
Say your piece.
yeah, go
That's
ahead.
why I said you can say your piece and then
Well, I say false because I think the equivalent, like regardless, and I think women know it inherently. Not saying your accolades and all that other type of stuff that you accomplish as a professional in the world. So I'm not saying that don't matter, but largely, a lot of women are based upon beauty. They know that their beauty can get them into a lot of rooms. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with men. Their money can get them into a lot of rooms. So I kind of equate them one and the same. It's like you dealing with you got a partner, and y'all rocking, and then you see his chick, and you like, damn, that's you. He like, yeah, that's me. You feel me? And so it's like the respect level goes up when you see the chick that you rock with. You feel me? And I mean, and that's just real. You feel me? Not just on no like you trying to get at the chick, but it's like, damn, that you did a good job with that. You know what I'm saying? So I imagine on the female side it's kind of the same thing. You know, you have to be doing something to bag that chick. You feel me? And on the women's perspective, you had to be doing something right to get that man.
Yeah. I
Um,
think just coming
I
from
feel you.
sorry. I think
no, go
just
ahead.
I think just coming from like a social economic status, a woman could raise her status by getting with a man that got money or that's a man that's kind of rich or anything. Like just look at Nicole Simpson. Sorry to have that analogy of it, but Nicole Simpson was a nobody, met OJ and became somebody. With a lot of women that just meet men of status and things like that, like a lot of athletes. So yeah, that's like yeah, that's very true. Like yeah, and, and
So the question was, do other women judge women based off of the status or economic the what is the monetary status that their man has? And I think that I said that that's
Yeah.
true because for one, women have a tendency to be in other women's business, right? So so they automatically just implant themselves into other women's business, and if they find that their man has money, they automatically again equivalate that to value. And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of just raises their status a little bit. Now is that the right thing? No, but it happens. It's true.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, you
Go
see a
ahead,
dude.
Chris. You got something to say?
Mm-mm.
If I
I hear you.
if I see a
Go
dude,
ahead,
if
Jay.
I see a dude that's not like physically attractive with a bad chick, I'm gonna think one or
Automatically,
two.
automatically,
I'm
That
gonna
this
nigga
think
got
one or two things.
that nigga
that
got
nigga got
money.
some money or something,
He
right?
got some money. He got some money, or he laying it down. It's like one of the two. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with her? How? You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing
So
though. People need to mind their business because you don't know. You don't know what that person gives the other person. It don't necessarily have to be looks or money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the problem. We automatically think that, you know what I'm saying, as just humans. Especially like I said, to gear back to the question, women, we automatically think like, oh, because she with so and so and he got money, then she must be doing something right or whatever. No, what if she held him down when he was at his lowest, and then when he came up, she came up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that was the case?
Mhm,
Or beauty don't
mhm.
necessarily have to have anything to do with it. What if he likes her spirit? What if he likes what she's about? What if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, she's beautiful, but she's also smart. She's also down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that's the attraction? Um, so again, it all boils down to like people just minding their business. Like, that money doesn't really always equal value in a monetary sense. Like it could be valuable or you could have value in other areas. But to answer the question, women have a tendency to do that. Like they associate a woman with a man who has value, and how you say, transfer that into, okay, so she's valuable as well. You know what I mean? But when she could really be a piece of shit behind closed doors. I mean, it's just what they see on the surface.
That's true.
yeah,
I believe that's true. Yeah, I believe that's. But what we saying now? My train of thought. So you were saying that? Yeah, I believe. I truly believe that. I do believe women would judge other women off how much money that they partner make and shit like that. But like you were saying before, it's none of their business because money doesn't always give you the value. Some people could have a lot of money, but he could be behind closed door whipping her ass or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
not treating her the way that she need to be treated. So if you see one of your homegirls out there and you see her rocking with a dude and she having all these type of like, she driving nice cars or she got all these nice bags and all this type of shit like that, just know sometimes that shit comes with some type of, how they say it. Damn, I can't get the word. Damn, man, I'm sorry,
Like,
I can't get the
it's
word,
all
y'all.
right. It's
But
like emotional abuse. It could come with some type of verbal abuse. It could
yeah,
come, like an abusive situation behind closed doors. Like, and there is a such thing as love bombing. So you don't know if that's the beginning stages of their relationship or the beginning of whatever they
hmm
got
It
going.
could be possessive. That's what you probably were saying. Looking for possessive.
yes, that's
It
what
could
I
be,
was
yeah,
trying to say. Yes, my
yeah.
bad.
It
Good
could be
looking, Chris.
possession too.
That's
Yeah,
normally traits of a possessive person. They buy you things at first, shower you in, butter you up, and then
yeah, the love bombing stage, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden you got full blown psychopath or sociopath. So again, like, yeah, women do judge others based off of the monetary value, but should they? No, but do they? Yes. And again, it just all goes back to just minding your business, like, because you don't really don't know.
what she said.
yeah,
Now
but
hold on, let me see. I
we
got you,
all gonna
Keys.
make our little
I think that
speculation,
question.
though.
What you
No,
said,
I'm
Jay?
just saying we all gonna make. I say we all gonna make our speculation though, because if I see an ugly dude, I'm gonna just be like, hold on. I'm a if I see an ugly dude, I'm gonna be like, how did he get her? Just
Yeah, yo, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'll be walking down the street and you see some of them, and the first thing I always think, I know you're not
just
supposed
told
to
you that
think
I'm on
that
the
because
podcast.
maybe my son got some good game or something, or he's a very great person.
Yeah,
He got a
mommy
great
on the
personality or
vacation.
something, but majority of that time, he walking around with one of those Instagram models or something. That nigga got
Go
no money.
downstairs.
He got no all that money in that thing. I'm telling you.
Go downstairs.
I don't know. Like for me, I'm just heavy on minding
Oh,
my business.
let me see.
If
You
what
got a
you,
question. She said, why she just love him?
what was the question?
Why she just
Yeah.
can't love him? Cause y'all the ones that said love come with
She
conditions. Shit.
said, why you
No, that's not what we said. But that wasn't even part of the condition. That the money part wasn't part of the
Mm-mm.
condition at all. The condition was you're not going to treat me a certain type of way whether we're in a relationship or not. My love isn't based on how much money you have. It's based on how you treat me. That was the condition. It had nothing to do with money at all. You know what I'm saying? Like money really, like I said, money really don't, it's needed, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're gonna need money to survive, like especially in the economy we live in the world we live in. So it's always good to have money, it's always good to have financial freedom. You want to be able to do things, you want to be able to live comfortably, but that's not like the sole deal breaker. That's not the sole, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the tip of the iceberg for somebody or some people. Some people really just want to be with someone who has good character and morals, like
Yeah.
love can surpass anything. If that person loves you the way that you want to be loved, and the way that you loved is being reciprocated, that can take over or take precedence over money any day.
Mm-hmm.
I
True.
think that
That's
type of
true.
thinking kind of
Hey, yo,
comes.
Lord,
I think that
appreciate you for checking in, brother. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay.
yeah, no, I think that type of thinking comes like later on in life. You know what I'm saying? It comes later on. You feel me? And sometimes with that being the case, like I said before, we all come with baggage. You know what I'm saying? And then we got things that we done built up over those years, and now you change your mind frame once you get to those mid 30s or late 30s or whatever. But when you was younger and you was hot, you wasn't thinking like that. You feel me? And so we all know the choices began to dwindle as we get older. You know what I'm saying? So it's if we could start thinking like that younger, then that'll be more beneficial. But that's the issue with men and women and not understanding each other. You feel me? We don't understand our counterpart. That's why we can't get along. That's why our marriage rates are the lowest amongst everybody. Because we
Hmm.
so at war with each other because we don't understand each other. We pointing fingers at each other for everything. You feel me? Yeah,
Yep.
I may not like that you talk a lot, but I know that that's what you come with. You feel me? But we need to balance that out. You feel me? Balance that out and see how we can come to a common ground. You know what I'm saying? A happy medium, so to speak.
Yeah. But I will
Gotcha.
I
That
will
sounds
say
great.
I understand where you're coming from as far as being young and having a different mindset. But for most of us, where we come from, like, I mean, I know for me, like I said, that money wasn't a factor. I always had that mindset. Money was never a factor because I never had to want for nothing. So in my younger years, again, what I searched for was, how a person treated me, how a person or how a man respected me, how I carried myself so that I could get that respect. That's what I was thinking about in my younger years. Not necessarily how much money this nigga had, like, because again, I didn't want for nothing. Money don't impress me. And like where I come from, a lot of things don't really impress us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was funny because I was watching this I saw this meme, and it was like, if you from New York, you are the celebrity. Like we don't get easily impressed by certain things, and it's true. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody getting their own bag, everybody got their own motion going on, so we don't really pay attention to all of that, and that starts from a young age. Now, in my 30s, yes, a lot has changed as far as my mentality. Like I said, I had to learn a lot of things about myself, and I had to go inward and work on myself, so those things changed. When it comes to relationships and stuff like that, I agree, coming to a common ground so that you can make the relationship or the marriage work. That's important, that's imperative to have a long lasting marriage. But again, money is essential, but it's not everything. You know what I'm saying? Having money gives you the opportunity to have like financial freedom or do what it is that you want to do, be able to take whatever trip you want to take, be able to buy whatever it is that you want to buy so that you're comfortable, so that you can live comfortably, your kids can live comfortably. But that's not the
They say
sole
that money
factor.
can't buy happiness, but it's a damn good down payment.
Yeah, like it's a good down payment, but like you you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like you don't need that to how you say define who you are. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't define your value. And again, women and some men need to mind their damn
See,
business
man, that's
because
funny.
No, it's
if
not
sorry.
what
you
I'm watching at.
That's funny. Somebody want to come shovel your snow now.
I put it on the screen. I put it
say it
on
again,
the screen right now.
I
Somebody want to come
Look at the
shovel that
screen.
snow
It's on
for
the
free.
screen.
hold on, I gotta because I shove the snow in front of
Listen, I
Janelle's home
shovel
for
that snow in
free.
front of Janelle's home for free if I was
Thank you.
She ain't got no
motherfucker. I'm
snow
here
right now.
shoveling
She
the
in
I
the
ain't
snow.
got
south.
We
no
ain't got
snow
no.
right now.
Ain't gonna be no snow
But y'all
anyway.
see how easy it is for women? Look, we can never get women just to do shit like that unless we got that money. And if you got the money, then that shit can happen for you. That's
He
the
said,
difference
if you
between
got that
man and
money,
women. A woman could just look a certain way and they could just get through life. You know, if a woman look a certain way, they could get through life real fine. I don't know how it is in the older years, but in those in the mid years from like 18 to about 40, they could get away with some good shit. After that, I don't know what's going on after that though. But that
I'm
shit is
not
too
gonna
easy
hold
for
you.
women. Though. We can never have a lady come on
Hold
and say she's gonna shovel one of our some shit.
you. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna hold you.
that ain't
That
gonna
is
happen.
true. That is true. What Jay did say was, and I think you said it too in the beginning, beauty does open a lot of doors. And I had to learn that too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really show up kind of just looking any kind of way and then expect certain things. But I use it to my advantage in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like brag or boast or think, like I look better than anybody or anything like that. No, but I did learn that once I started to say, well, I think I said this in a previous episode, like once I started dressing up and going out, and like even if it was to Walmart or to HEB, and I started to make it and my intention to look a certain way, you know what I'm saying? I did realize that I started getting treated differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it was, But if you go to the store in a bonnet and some slippers and some pajamas, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna take you serious. They're not gonna.
That's
They're
what
less
Patty LaBelle said.
apprehensive.
She always step out the house on point, Patty
Hold on.
LaBelle.
No,
Hey, hey,
you know what? I had to learn that though. Like I've never. I'm telling you, I had to learn that. Before, I wasn't always like that. Before, I would throw on a scarf, some like I
Patty
said, some
LaBelle said
sweatpants.
she don't care. She gonna pump gas. She gonna look.
hey, look, we got on the ghetto topic last episode.
We
Is that
did.
ghetto? Bonnet and pajamas? Is that ghetto?
So I don't. So here's the thing with that
Define
comment, and
ghetto.
I was itching
Listen,
to get.
Nah, I
Define.
ain't getting on that. Somebody said that last time. I
Somebody
ain't nah.
somebody did
nah,
say
we
that
ain't
in the
gonna get
comment.
on
Yeah.
You don't want to get on it? Okay.
that.
You don't want to touch
Listen,
it?
No, I don't. I ain't
nah,
want to
we
go
ain't gotta
too
get
deep
into
on
that
it. I
deep.
was just,
We don't gotta
yeah.
get deep.
I ain't want to get too deep on it.
We can
I
just
just
Now
don't
say
I
think
was
that's
we
a
could
good
just
looking
look.
say
for it.
that.
I think he
Yeah, I
was
just
just.
don't think
I
it's a
think he
good
was
look.
I don't
trolling.
want to use. I don't
Yeah,
want to use
I was
the
trying.
term. I don't want to use the term ghetto, but it's something it is something that's wrong with that. If you outside at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you got a scarf on and them stinking ass pajamas that you had on the night before and them dirty ass slippers on coming into fucking the food lines out here, take your little nasty ass back home and get dressed and make yourself look a little proper because that shit is not cool either. Like men, like we watching that. Like, trust me, like we definitely watching shit like that. So y'all ladies out there, that's not a good look, ladies. 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you still looking like you just rolled out of the bed. Take your ass back home somewhere. We ain't looking at your dusty ass. Excuse
I
me,
mean,
ladies, but not to
if
all of
that's
y'all.
how
But
you
I
feeling
know
for
the
the
ones that
day,
who's coming at.
if that's how you feeling for the day, by all means, you know what I'm saying. I'm big on not telling somebody what they should and
I ain't
shouldn't
no
do.
nails. I love you, girl. I love you, peoples. No, they need to come outside a little better than that, Nails. Come on,
You
baby. Come
right?
on.
We're
No,
gonna have to
you
get
right.
They need a
You
little
right. But you don't know
Hey,
how a person feeling
we're
that
gonna have
day.
to get Monique on the show. We're gonna have to get Monique on the show. She went hard about them bonnets. Oh, she went hard. That was like a couple years ago about them bonnets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel you, but hey, just like you
Oh,
said, don't be mad if the doors that you want open don't open. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Jay,
No,
you wear a
you
bonnet when
definitely
you
have
get your hair did?
say it
Stop it,
again.
nigga. No. Stop it, nigga. No, you ain't gotta repeat it. You ain't
he
gotta
said stop.
repeat it. No.
You ain't
No,
got
I
but
to
it
need I
but
need to
it
get
do
my hair did. I need to
it
holler at
does make
Karen.
a difference when you put yourself together and you go out into the world. Like it does make a difference. I
I'm
will
just
say
For
that.
sure.
fucking
And you
with
will
you.
get a
yes,
positive.
yes.
It's definitely a positive enforcement or reinforcement when you put yourself together and you go out and you, like I said, you don't know who you gonna run into when you go outside. So it's best to be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah. Yo, James. Yeah, yeah. Yo, my boy need a cup of water right now, James. Somebody go get that nigga King a cup of water or something, man.
Nigga
But
mouth
yo,
is
Cheese, I
dry
didn't
over
forget about
there.
your comment. I didn't fill out your Cheese, but you said who the fuck put sugar on grits?
I
Listen,
put
Cheese,
Yeah,
sugar
you
on
looking at him
grits.
right here, brother.
yeah,
I put
cheese.
sugar on my
Yeah,
grits.
cheese. Get on
And I
their
know
ass,
that's a
cheese.
little
Pause. Pause. Get
but
on them, cheese.
put sugar on my grits. I put a little bit of cheese on the motherfucker, some butter, and a little bit of sugar on there, mix it up, and it's good to go. If
There you
y'all
go.
if y'all want to put salt and pepper and
Tosh, he
cheese in y'all
bugging.
grits,
Tosh,
that's
why
on
you let him
y'all.
do
I don't want no
that?
seasoned fucking grits. I don't
No,
want
I'm
no damn
putting
seasoned
on
grits
my
though,
grits.
cheese.
All you just need some salt, some pepper, some butter. Good to go.
No, I'm like Nels.
I
I
just
put
get some cream of wheat if I want sugar and grits.
but look, a lot of the times we ran out of cream
That
of
shit
wheat,
is
and that was the
I
nasty.
next
mean, I
best
know that's
thing.
the struggle
So
meal, but
look, that was
man,
the next best
y'all
thing.
too
So I
grown to
put
still be
sugar on
putting
my
sugar
shit.
and grits. Y'all got some money now. Y'all ain't got to
Nigga,
do
I'm
it
No,
still
still
I
doing it.
well
grown.
If a nigga don't like
now
it,
I put shrimp in my grits.
listen. If y'all don't care, listen, I'm still doing it to this day, nigga. At 37, I'm still putting sugar in my grits. I don't give a shit if they got a problem with it. But I'm putting sugar in my grits, homie. And if you don't got no sugar for my grits, don't invite me to your crib. I'm telling you now, the sugar better be on the table. Don't bring no salt and pepper out this motherfucker out here. I'm
That
telling
nigga
y'all,
going in
yo, if you
about that
invite me,
sugar and the grits,
bring me
man. Oh
telling y'all
man.
right, bring me some damn sugar, homie.
Right? Eat Corona
What he
cream
said.
of wheat. Eat some
Farina.
shit.
Just eat no. Listen, oatmeal is disgusting though. How y'all can eat them little oats and shit? That I can't. I'm not even gonna describe that shit, but oatmeal is disgusting, bro. I can't fuck with no oatmeal cheese.
Nah, oatmeal is mad good. I eat oatmeal with
Nah, that
fruit, all
especially
kinds.
instant oats. The instant
Yeah,
oats. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Y'all up here, see y'all agreeing on bullshit. Y'all like that strawberry shit. Y'all like all the flavor ones too, then, right?
yep,
Y'all like the
I
yep,
just
strawberry, the
said
apple
that. The
cinnamon. Y'all like
instant oatmeal, yeah.
yep.
yeah.
But I make my
That's what I'm
oatmeal too,
saying.
and
Yeah,
I
I
be
know
putting
all the
and
variety
everything.
pack out of Walmart and that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He said, right,
Hold on
eat
one.
farina, cream of wheat if you want shit.
Yeah.
Yep, I eat
There go my
farina.
brother, man. Where my boy at? He back. What he said? Hold on, what
Farina,
my boy
yeah.
just said? He said, sugar don't go on. Listen, homie. Hey, yo, Antonio. Sugar, I know y'all in the South. Y'all like to do shit different down here in the South, but I throw sugar on my grits, homie. Like I said, when I come
I'm
over
about
to
to
the
say, don't
crib,
say
just have
that's
a
a New
little
York
couple.
thing either, nigga. Don't.
Nah, that ain't a New York thing. Nah, that's me. That's me. That's not a New York thing. That's that's just me. I don't know because I know a lot of people in New York who don't eat sugar on their grits. They just want some cheese and some salt and pepper on it. But that shit
Yeah.
tastes like it's seasoned. I don't want no grits, brother.
So you
My man
don't
James
like
said, hold on, James,
you like sweet, you don't
you
like
don't eat sugar
savory.
on grits. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. That's what I'm talking about, big homie. If you don't eat sugar on them grits, go to hell, man. Y'all bucking.
If you eat
Tell
sugar
them
on your
again, Jay.
grits, you a serial killer. If you eat sugar on your grits, you something is wrong with you.
I
You're a
ain't no
serial.
Jeffrey Dahmer or nobody. I ain't doing none of that bullshit, nigga. Antonio said oatmeal is 100. All right, we going back. We going down the list right now. Nah, we ain't fucking with no oatmeal. That oatmeal, that's for great grandma meals. Great grandma used to make a big ass pot of oatmeal with cheese and eggs and some
You
biscuits
thinking
and
of the
shit. Nah,
old school way of oatmeal? You got to get the instant oats. I'm telling
No,
you.
I eat oatmeal. I
You eat
eat
the
the
old
Quaker
school.
oats, the Quaker oats, the instant oatmeal. I eat oats. I eat my oats.
Protein for you.
see how
Good
many
protein.
people we got up there with us? Look at this shit. I hate when he put sugar on his grits. He used to put it on rice too. I had to put
Hell
Oh
yeah,
salt.
I put
nah,
that shit
Damn,
on
son,
rice.
you ain't
what?
gotta do.
Nah, Nelly. Nah, you ain't putting no
I
sugar
put that
on
shit
no
on rice
rice.
too.
Nah, y'all niggas is
I used to put
bugging.
sugar on
Nah,
no. Only no, that was only on regular white rice though. On other rice, I put the gravy on it. But
bro.
now I ain't gonna lie, she got me out of that shit. So I definitely just put the gravy on there. Rolling the oats. Yo, Jay, stop laughing at me, nigga. That's some
You
bullshit.
must
She
like
always
sweet
blowing me
instead
up
of
out.
savory. You like sweet instead of savory?
Yes, I like yes, I like sweet stuff instead of savory stuff. Yes, that's me. Rolling
I
oats.
like a
Nah, we ain't
mixture
fucking
of
with none of
both.
that. That's cool. I got another one up there. Look at my boy Lawless J.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
he's
still
a
sugar on my
serial
grits.
killer.
Yo,
Yeah.
Lawless
He's a serial killer.
J. Tell him
He's a
that's the
serial
other
killer.
J. That's the other Lawless out there. That's my dog. Hey, yo, Lawless, man, tell these niggas, man, sugar go on grits, man.
He's a serial
Sweet
killer.
rice is the shit. Look, yo, my son coming through tonight. Yo, Jay. Hey, yo, Jay, I fucks with you, homie. Even my boy know about it. The sweet rice is the shit, nigga. Like, y'all don't know about none of that. Y'all out here bugging right now.
Yeah, he's a
Y'all
serial
bugging. That's my
killer.
dog right there.
He gotta be a serial
Yo,
killer
look,
because
hey,
he
he
like
put the knife
sugar
out
and
there. He
milk
put the
and
knife out
rice.
there, too.
Shit, you got
He put
sugar
the
in
knife
your
out
grits
there.
and rice. Shit, you not normal. Shit, fuck. I'm just
That's
playing.
not necessarily
Just
true.
playing. I'm just playing. But I'm good.
Listen,
No, I
that shit
like
is
sweet
good.
and
Just like my
salty.
little brother said, you already know, Rod. That shit good, Rod. You said you like what?
Sweet and salty. Like my sweet and salty gotta go together.
You like sweet? Oh, you sweet
Yeah.
and
That's
salty.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
They
Yeah, I
gotta
like
go.
that. That's cool. Nah, sweet rice is dead. Who said that up there? Yo, my boy. Yo, that's my cousin. Hey, yo, Ma. That nigga said sweet rice is dead.
Yeah, tell them we not poor no
Was
more,
like,
man. Well, we still poor, but we
He said
got a
we
little
not
money.
poor no more.
We not poor. We a little poor, but we got some money to spend. So now we ain't gotta eat no sweet rice. Shit.
I'm not eating oatmeal. I'm not eating no oatmeal kings. I'm not eating no oatmeal kings. Hell no, nigga.
Nah, I
But
love
yo,
it.
let me go to the next one. Hold on, yo, that was a good debate too on that little grits thing. But like I said, I know I'm not a crazy guy, and there's other people out there in the world that's like me that eat sugar on their grits, man. I know I ain't crazy. So y'all already know what it is, man. But
Wait,
they said, hold on, before I move on to
go on to the next one.
Oh,
What
go ahead,
Jason,
about
the
Nell.
moms.
what about sugar? A little bit of sugar in your spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, I do it
I
so I
do
won't
that.
No,
get the
Yeah.
acid
no,
reflux because that's the only
no,
thing that kills the
no,
acid reflux.
You
no.
don't put
See,
a little
y'all
bit of
fucking
sugar in
now
your
y'all
spaghetti.
fucking no,
It depends.
No,
no
not to
sugar in
make
the
it
sauce.
sweet, not to
Not
make
to
it
Nah,
make it
sweet,
sweet. It don't make
not
it
to
nah.
make
sweet.
it
It give
sweet
you
to
a little
kill
bit
the
of.
acid reflux because red sauce
Hold on, hold
So
on,
that's why
hold
you
on,
do.
y'all. Hold on. We got the chef down there, and we didn't let the chef go. Come on, Chef
What you
Jay. What
say?
you talking about, my homie? What's up?
Yeah. If you making like spaghetti sauce from scratch, it's gonna be very acidic. It ain't gonna taste sweet. You gonna add a little bit of sugar in there just to kind of balance it out. It ain't gonna taste sweet at all. You ain't
No,
gonna even notice that it's in there.
you don't really notice it, but it does give it kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a different type
It
of.
just balances it. You know what I'm saying? Put the tomato sauce, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, a little bit of sugar.
I think Prego
Balance
have
the whole
sugar in
thing.
it might affect.
Mm.
That's all.
I make when I make my meat sauce
Hold on,
because I don't
hold
really
on, y'all.
make
Hold on.
meatballs. I make my meat sauce. I put a little.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, we
Go
good.
ahead.
Nah, we good. We good.
What you was saying? All right, we good. All right, whatever. Hey, the other J, that's my boy, J number 2 on the motherfucking platform. I eat whatever I want, but sometimes I like to go back to the struggle meals. Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
you gotta
Right.
go
I
back to
think the
sometimes
jar
some
has
shit
it
that you
already. Prego or something like that has it.
you don't
Ragu,
even
one
taste
of them.
spaghetti sauce. Yeah, you might not cheese, but I don't want to see. Listen, if you doing shit like that, I'm a guy who vision my food. So if you doing that shit, do that shit when I walk away. Don't throw
Yeah,
no
it gotta
sugar
be
in
a
front of me in
secret.
that
Yeah,
shit. I
it
don't
gotta
want
be
it
a
no more.
secret.
At least I don't want to know.
You know, fucked up the whole pot, homie. No, I don't want that no more. From scratch,
So
the
you
jar
eat
has
ice
it already.
cream?
Oh yeah, from scratch, the jar already have it.
You eat
Huh?
ice cream?
Say what?
You eat ice cream?
I'm not a big fan of ice cream. I eat ice cream here and there. I'm not a big fan of it, really. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
Yep.
that. But let me move. Let me see. Hold on. What cheese that before I move to the next one? We had the other one, so I'm about to get on that one right now.
Ragu sauce? No, I think Prego. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Prego.
Stuff is not good for anyone. Yeah, nah, I don't think we use that shit. I don't think we use that one. I don't know which one that we use. I
It's
don't
either
think
the
we use that one though.
classical or Prego or something like that. Some
Oh,
shit.
we said ragu. Yeah, I don't use ragu sauce. I use the
I
it's the I either use Prego or it's
Or
the
the
what is it
classical,
called?
right? Or the
Yeah, it's
classical.
this one with the lady on it. I can't remember pronounce it, but it got a green top and it got a lady on it. I think it's called Mama Mia's or some shit like that.
Mamma
Classico is good.
mia. Yeah, the
I
classical
sneak
is good
stuff in
too.
food all
Mamma mia.
the time. See what I That's the serial killer right there on the screen. Y'all look at the shit she do. I sneak stuff in his food all the time. Look at this shit. Shit's crazy. That's the serial killer for y'all right there. There we go, right there for y'all. Shit is crazy out here, yo. Putting shit
I
in
ain't
their
even
food. Man. That's fucked up.
I ain't even gonna
Let
hold you.
me
I be adding
say
seafood
this one. All right.
ingredients too.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, y'all wildin'. I ain't messing with y'all. But I'm about to say, what was that? All right. True or false? Parents who say if someone hit you, hit them back. Are they a part of the problem?
Nah.
I
We all
said
said
false to that.
We all say false
We
to
all
that.
said false.
yeah.
Y'all got kids, so y'all could one of y'all could take at it, but I could give
Yeah,
a
I
I
little
just
mean, I
tell my
something,
just
but y'all
kids
could take
off
at it.
defend yourself. Don't be a bully. Just defend yourself. Like Travis, he cool. He had a tendency of just popping off on people, but he good now, man. He just did be into his art shit. And he just intelligent. But I tell him if somebody mess with you, do defend yourself. You're not gonna get in trouble for defending yourself. Not with me anyway. So that's
Hell no.
yeah, me and my son, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have that little. We're gonna have that little wink, wink understanding. I mean, if I gotta show up to the school in the principal office, I'm a bro. Why you doing this? Why you tripping? Wink,
yeah.
wink. We good. You know what I'm
Long
saying?
as you
You ain't
fall, I'm
got.
gonna be like, yeah,
Yeah,
you.
we about to go get pizza. Did you whoop his ass? We about to go get pizza. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. That's how kids get bullied, bro. And I'll be damned if I let anybody. That's why I'm putting them in martial combat. You know what I'm saying? And with that, that teaches your kid discipline, not to just fly off the hinge. And I'm gonna make sure I level set him, because he know that he'll be able to, do some damage, so to speak. But make sure you level set him. But nah, don't. If somebody put your hands on them, go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Mm-hmm.
self-explanatory too. Like, no, I don't feel like we are part of the problem if we teach our kids to defend themselves or if someone hits them to hit them back. Because again, nobody wants for their child to be bullied, for one. For two, nobody wants their child to be pushed around or grow up thinking that that's okay. And for three, that's just not how we was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't raised for to let people put their hands on us.
Your
You know
ass to
what I'm
get whipped if you didn't
saying?
fight.
Exactly. We couldn't go in a house if we didn't win our fights, or we couldn't go in a house if we didn't hit back. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Definitely.
I mean, that right there. I can say is generational for us. If somebody hits you, you better hit them back. And does that make me part of the problem? No. I think what makes me part of the problem would be for me to encourage my child to go and bully somebody or think that
Yeah.
they're bigger and better. And you know what I'm saying, with no reason or no like rhyme or reason to why they're just go bully that person. No, that's a mental illness. No. No.
Yeah, no, that's
But
what I was about to say. Now with my daughter, yeah, she be wild and she be choking people up and all type of stuff at daycare.
yeah, we can't be
Because you
doing
know,
that.
with the daycare, you can see the video and you can watch the video of the daycare. And I be like, God damn, she gonna be a problem. Yeah, they might have to talk. She might need anger management at a young age or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I,
choked the
I, I,
kid like a grown woman, like
we going
took
through
the
something.
toilet. Yeah.
now I think it makes you a part of the problem if you. I, yeah, I think it make it.
Yeah, Jay.
I think it.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it makes.
you a part of the problem if you allow them to get bullied and not hit back. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Then those type of tendencies show up in later age. You feel me?
Yeah,
You a part of the problem if you let somebody put their hands on them, and you tell them not to hit back. Go tell the teacher or some crazy stuff. Like, nah, bro, get
no,
at them. They get at you, get at them,
yeah,
and I got you back. That's it.
I agree.
That's right. We said nope. Self defense is self defense. I'll tell anyone to defend themselves if someone hit them or even threaten to. You damn right.
Hell yeah.
Just like Janelle said, that's the way we came up. Like if somebody put their hand on you, you go ahead and you have that reaction and you put your hands back on them. And that's what that goes into even today with like some of the women and some women be like, oh shit, dude just slapped me. But you just punched him in the face 3 times and he slapped your ass back. Like what the hell you thought he was gonna do? So that's why I tell people all the time. I wasn't I wasn't raised to just not hit a woman or none of that. I was raised to defend myself if anybody is threatening me in any manner. And like I always tell people up here, this is not to try to spread awareness to beat up women and shit because I'm definitely not down with that. I never put my hand on my woman in 15 fucking years. So I don't condone that shit. But I tell people all the time, keep your hands to yourself. When you keep your hands to yourself, nothing should happen to you. But if you a parent out there telling your kid to go tell the teacher if somebody hitting them, your ass is part of the problem because little Tata, little Tashawn, whoever the fuck he is, he gonna be a little punk in the corner. They're gonna be kicking the shit out of him all day in school. So don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell your kids to defend themselves.
Yeah, and tell the teacher after. So swing first, and then tell the teacher after. I was raised. You don't even do no
Mhm.
talking. We don't talk. We just start swinging,
Yeah.
and then you tell the teacher afterwards. That's just how we was raised. Or even when it came to like just, you know what I'm saying, we had to defend ourselves in the streets because you don't want to be the punk. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be labeled as a punk and that. So we just we really didn't do much talking. We just that's just what it was. And we better not go inside and say we got our ass whipped, or we better not go inside and say we lost because we're gonna have to go right back outside and fight all over again until we win, or we getting our ass whipped when we getting ours. And I ain't want to go ass whipping, so
Yeah.
that's just how it was. And then
Gotta
too, a
go out
lot of
there and
the time, I grew up with a lot of boys, so I mean, it was just. But to piggyback off of what you said right now, I do agree in terms of women not hitting men or whatnot and expecting not to get hit back. I agree 100%. But here's where the
Yes.
line gets very thin, and this is just from this is where the line gets very thin. I'm gonna say, I don't want to say too much, but I have trigger issues, right? I got trigger points. Don't jump in my face as if you're gonna hit me and expect me not to fucking swing first. And a lot of men be doing that shit. They get in their emotions and they get with women who look like me or whatever, because we small, we petite, and we look like we can't defend ourselves because of how we carry ourselves and whatnot. And then you find out, she really got hands for real. Yeah, don't jump in my face and pop your shit and think you're not about to get two-piece, because I swear to God, I will swing first, because that's just how I was taught. And like I said, I grew up around a lot of boys, you know what I'm saying, the boys on my block included, and we wasn't going for none of that shit. Like, do not jump in my face getting all macho and acting like you about to put your hands on me and expect me to sit there or crawl up in the ball in the corner, because you're not getting that. We gonna have a full-on brawl in this bitch. Like, so I will say that. To piggyback off of what you said, I agree 100%. Don't jump in the nigga face or hit on the nigga and think you're not gonna get hit back, because I've seen that happen. But on the flip side,
Yep.
do not jump in our faces either, because you might get a surprise. Don't jump in our faces either and think that because you macho and you trying to express yourself and the aggression is the way you express yourself, and we supposed to crawl in the
Yep.
ball and listen or take that shit. Because we're not a lot of women, we're not doing that. You know something? Now it might be a small percentage or it might be another percentage that do. But I know for me, that shit don't work. That shit do not work with me. And I know Jay probably gonna be like, this is why we don't like New York women, because y'all too aggressive. This is the only time.
Yo,
this is gonna be
I've been watching his
time.
face.
I wouldn't.
This is one of
I
the
wouldn't
rare
watch it.
times that I've been watching the nigga down in the corner to see that nigga movement in his face the whole time.
I
I'm like,
wouldn't.
Jay
I
gonna
wouldn't even
say
go jump
something and
in.
he probably gonna disagree. Like, this is why we don't
I
deal with
wouldn't.
New
I
York
wouldn't.
women.
Even,
No,
I wouldn't.
this is
I
that
wouldn't even
small
go
time,
jump
and
in.
this is that point in time where I was telling you where it's certain extremes where we get aggressive.
It's not. That's not a New York thing though. That's not a New York. The New York thing was on the popping off. F your mother and all that. That was the New York thing. I wouldn't even go jump in. I was like, nah, I don't even want to touch this. I don't want to touch that.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm like this. Yeah, I ain't gonna touch that one. Just
Why not, man? Come on. Yo, you know the crowd love you know the crowd love it, man. Come on, let me hear from you. You gonna have somebody out there throwing in the crowd. They want to hear
I get it. I get it. Cause I mean, I didn't say it before, like a man shouldn't be using his superpower on a woman, and a woman shouldn't be using her superpower on a man. Like, you feel me? I don't know. Whenever you get met with masculine energy, and I understand what you were saying, like if somebody like getting up in their face, getting up in your face, and you know what I'm saying, you gonna swing first. I mean, I get that, but I mean, what if that's a big nigga? Like, what happens after you swing first? You feel me? Like,
we brawling. I've been in a
I
situation
don't
like
think it's gonna be a brawl though. It just depends on what type of dude. It's not gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be a body bag. Well, not a body bag necessarily, but you know what I'm
you know
saying.
what
I just
people
feel
have
like
said that.
we need to just
People have
we
said
need
that
to
to me.
just
Like,
stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
I
I
try
hear what you're
to.
saying.
I try to.
I
I'm
hear what
not
you're
gonna sit
saying.
here and say that I sit in that situation or I provoke, like I like how you say, like I like provoke the situation or like I condone that. No, I do try to stay in my little lane. But if let's just say it's a big nigga, I've been taught by big niggas how to defend myself. And I'm sorry, you're as a man. First of all, as a man, you shouldn't be jumping in a woman's face anyway.
Correct. I
That
agree
that
with that
should
100%.
not that shouldn't be even a thing. But you got some men that do that. So in the event that happens, I am going to defend myself, and I don't give a damn how big you are. And you might
But
be right.
but
I mean, I've been in a situation like that. I ain't end
but
up in a
jumping
body bag yet.
jumping in your face. I mean, why does that mean swing? You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
why are you in my personal space?
Unless this person has a history, unless he has a history of like a domestic violence type, then yeah, okay, I get that part. But what if dude just angry? And like I said, I ain't condoning that. But what if dude is just angry
You
and
could
he
be
jumped
angry.
in your
You
face?
could be angry from a distance. Don't jump in my face.
Correct. I agree with that. I'm just saying, if that was to happen, maybe you escalating the situation further than it need to be escalated towards. You know what I'm saying? And that other party probably doing the same thing by jumping in your face. I get both sides. My whole thing is to sum up what I'm saying, men shouldn't be jumping in women's face and women shouldn't be swinging on men because at the end of the day, if he really wanted to put you down, he probably could. Like he
He
probably
probably
could.
good,
You know
but
what I'm
that's
saying? But
like I
that
said.
I just
I've been in some situations where, you know, like first of all, I'm not scared to get hit. That's number one. Number two,
What the
I'm being 100. Like that's just me. I'm not scared to get hit. But that's number one.
That's
Number
that
two,
Leo coming out. That's that.
that's just how I was. That's just how I was brought up. And again, I'm if you have something that you need to say to me, you could say that from a distance. You don't have to get in my personal space. When you right
I
here,
agree.
what are you doing right here? What do you think that
I
like
agree.
for me, that's a trigger right then and there. That's one of my triggers. If you are too close or you in my personal space, what you expect me to do after that?
I see. Y'all
Like
see
what
how
you
she called
if
me out. Y'all see how
I
she
feel
called me out though. Y'all
huh?
see how she called me out.
what she said.
I know Jay gonna
Who
say
that?
this.
Who Janelle?
Man, look, I wasn't even about to say nothing. Yeah, Janelle called me out. I know Jay I wasn't about to say nothing. You see how you did me? I'm gonna get you though.
But look,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
get
I
you
told
though.
you though. But you got the peoples they want to hear from you. Look, she said I get what Jay is attempting to say. And my man gonna say,
Look,
Chris, why we come on, bro? Why you say other guys look
Mike
like other
Tomlin, a
guys and
handsome
shit, man?
Mike
Like,
Tomlin, a handsome guy. Pause. I don't. He must find me handsome.
oh,
That's kind
man.
of weird.
Yo, man.
Pause.
Hey, yo, he ain't from Brooklyn no more. He calling men out here handsome, man. They ain't from Brooklyn. He
Yeah.
up there Harlem and shit right now. It's
Huh?
that Harlem shit. Yo, we
Right,
on four,
I'm
bro.
just saying, pause
When
though.
you
The nigga
say,
said
yo,
Mike
I
Tomlin.
got
What
what
the
you're saying,
fuck?
but anytime you see a man or you see us like that, our preference or what we say is, yo, that nigga get bitches. And that's what we say. And that's it. We don't say a nigga handsome or none of that. Yo, that nigga get bitches. That's the furthest I can go on that. I can't be saying, yo, that nigga handsome. No. That nigga get bitches. That's the most I could do. That's the most I could do.
Damn,
But
God.
It
anyway,
ain't nothing
man.
else.
But just to go on that,
But
cause I got a daughter, so I'm gonna teach my daughter just don't put your hands on the man, cause you gotta get it's an action for every reaction. But to come with that, I know my daughter, if a nigga put his hands on her, she right or wrong. It's just I might be doing some time behind bars. That's just my daughter.
Mhm.
I don't give a
And
fuck
that
what you teach your daughter, but I know what I'm gonna
and
teach
that's
my
when we
daughter.
become that. Yeah, and I
You
feel the
know?
same way because I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm gonna do
yeah.
the same thing and then I end up being a damn hypocrite
Yeah, I'm gonna
at the
be a
No,
end of the day.
hypocrite,
but
cause you
see
know, but
again,
shit.
again too, like like I said, I come from a family with predominantly men. You know what I'm saying? So one, they taught me how to defend myself, whether the person is big or small, and two, they are on speed dial if something
Mhm.
like that happens.
That's what I was
You know what
about
I'm
to say.
saying? Like,
Your defense is call me.
yeah,
That's your
nah,
defense.
my
Call
family,
me.
my brothers and my
Listen,
male nephews and
listen.
everybody, they on speed dial. Like they flying here. You know
Women
what I'm saying? So
women got too much defense because women got the ultimate defense. All they got to do is call 911,
Oh,
and they don't need no brothers or nobody. When 911 come, your
mm.
ass fucked up. That's all I'm gonna let you know.
that
So
Mhm.
if you
listen,
got one of the women out there who like to call the police, your ass fucked up. She don't need her brothers or
Mhm.
none of that. Once them other
that's
boys,
Mhm.
true.
your
That's
ass fit.
true in certain situations, but if they find you the aggressor, you going to jail.
But yeah, in 2026,
Oh
if you
yeah, yeah,
look,
and
like
that's
Janelle said, if you
and
jump in
that's
her face and she snuff you, just be like, "I'm calling the cops." Fuck it,
If
calling the
they
and
cops.
find you, if
that's
they
it. That's it. And I'm
the
like,
police,
they
it just
should
goes
take
both
their ass to
ways.
jail. Y'all ain't whooping my ass. Yeah, of course,
It
that
it
should go both ways. But hold
it
on,
go both
look at the
ways.
serial killer down. She gonna say just poison them. Janelle knocked them to their knees. I told y'all that's the real
Yeah, that
serial killer. I
too.
gotta watch this motherfucker.
Look, I found the remedy,
Crazy.
Tosh.
Yeah, that too. And she gonna say, yeah, that too. Like this is crazy.
I
Hold on.
found
If a
the
man is
remedy.
trained in martial arts, there's not much a woman against them. All right. Even pro woman MMA fighters get dominated by guys
You good?
within less than a year of training.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, of
I don't
course. Yeah,
listen.
yeah, we good. Yeah, that's
I
true.
didn't
Yeah.
say I was going to win. I'm like I said, I'm not afraid to get hit. I'm not going to say, and I'm not afraid to get my ass whipped. You just going to know, don't jump in my fucking face. Period. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
We gonna establish that right
Gotcha.
off the bat. Don't jump in my face. Because why
The
is we
last
so
nigga
close?
find that out the hard way or the easy way.
Huh?
I was making a joke.
No, I didn't
I
hear the
said,
joke. What?
I said, did the
Nigga,
last nigga find that out the hard way or the easy way?
The hard fucking way. The hard way.
she said the hallway. But those are situations where women abuse, absolute destroys a guy. Some guys underestimate the power of women having a hand. Yeah, yeah, that's why
Oh,
I
she
don't play
thinks
that
so as
shit. Cheese,
parents
keep your
today
hands.
will you make it.
Wait,
Yeah,
I
keep
didn't hear
your
that.
hands to yourself. Hold on, what she said?
So
So as
as
parents
parents,
today, will you make your child fight again if they lose?
I'm not even
Shit,
trying to
you know
have
how
my
we did
boys
back in
out
the day.
there fighting today in this culture and this
They not.
time of days because these kids ain't even
Yeah,
fighting at
They don't know.
13, 14. They
yeah, they not.
picking, they going straight to a gun. So the best thing is to teach my boys just, man, just defend yourself if somebody do put their hands in on you. But all that
Don't
just
carry
going out
on.
there
Yes, yes.
fighting
Don't carry
again
on.
and shit like that. Hey, if you got to take a L, we take that L and shit like that. Because sometimes these kids ain't playing fair. And
Yeah.
I'm not burying the
Yo, I'm
child.
about to.
I'll be burying somebody else's.
I
That
agree. No, I agree. I agree. Fight one
I
time.
agree with that. Yo,
Mhm.
before I finally get into that question we've been having for 10 weeks, though, I'm gonna play some more tunes real quick, though. But everybody out there with us tonight, man, I'm glad y'all rocking with us. Throw some checks in the crowd before we move on to the next thing, man. Come on, guys, y'all go throw them checks in the crowd, man. I'm
Keep
loving
the
the
light.
audience
Keep the
tonight.
light.
We loving the dialogue. Everybody out there, and definitely drop that like and subscribe out there, y'all. Definitely do that for us, man. Appreciate y'all. Everybody who on YouTube, if you're a newcomer, please like and subscribe. Facebook, hit that like, that love button. I want to see them likes and loves go up there, please, y'all. Definitely, please.
Like and
There
subscribe.
we go. They throw them checks in the crowd. My boy said right there. Hold on. What he said? Well, I'm looking for this joint right now. What he said over there? What the fuck happened
What
to
the fuck
breakdancing?
happened to
Who said
breakdancing
that?
to
I don't know if that
He right
exists.
though about that. You right about that though. I ain't even gonna lie. He is right about that shit. Today we can't get none of that shit, homie. I don't know what happened to that shit. I'm telling you right now, I don't know what happened to that. I wish we could. Like I really wish we could go back to the old days where people just had a couple little fights, we get scratched up, then we go back to the ballpark and we all
Hmm.
playing with each other and shit, man. But today, it's too much of this social media shit that's going on today. I think that's the problem, though.
It's a
I
lot
really
of
believe that's the problem. Too many everybody showing. Yeah, y'all heard Eddie
and they make
Griffin.
me think
Yeah,
that
hell
it's
yeah, we
cool.
definitely heard. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that shit is not cool at all. But yeah, I'm about to spin this. Hey, yo, Facebook and YouTube, don't shut us down, man. Throw them checks in the crowd before we get into the next one, y'all. Throw them checks in the crowd, please, please. Do not shut us down. Facebook and YouTube, we do not own the copyrights to the music. We do not own the copyrights. So let's go. Peace. Let's go. About to get into it, though. We about to get into it, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. We back. We back. We definitely gonna get it. I know y'all been waiting for this question for about 4 or 5 weeks. I'm sorry about that, but we gonna get into it tonight, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, yo, where my boy go? Hey, yo, J Money, where you at, my brother? He's still out there though, but we gonna get into it right now. Though. Are y'all ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all
Yeah,
ready, Chris?
yeah.
All right. All right. Here we go. Should equality be about sameness or fairness?
That's good, man. Can I read this before we go into that? I know
Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's
Go
probably gonna throw y'all
ahead. Go ahead.
off, but nah, it got to tame with the topic, but it's probably gonna throw y'all off. Y'all gonna be like, "What the fuck you talking about?" But black
I
bodies, the
appreciate all
perfect.
the checks out there, y'all.
uh, Black
Sorry,
bodies, the
Chris. Go ahead. I'm
perfect.
sorry, brother. I'm
Black bodies, the perfect absorbers, emitters, and white bodies, the perfect reflectors, differ fundamentally in how they interact with thermal radiation. Black bodies absorb all common energy, warm them up faster, while white bodies reflect it. In physics, this refers to radiation in biological context. It reflects the comparative studies of skin, bone density, and muscle fiber types. I read that to say that Equality to me don't have nothing to do with sameness or fairness. I think it has something to do with genetics. And the reason why it's so hard for black people to become equal is because when you when you think of something superior, or when you say supremacy or whatever, superior, how they do it is by genetics, by athletic abilities, by physical abilities. That's why we have the Olympics every 4 years and everything. Like it even like we all got a white superiority complex when we say that word white supremacy. We giving them power because supremacy actually means superior when we know they not superior beings to us and shit like that. So I started saying we got to start putting it in people's head to say white degenerates. That's what they are. Instead of white supremacists, they white degenerates. So me, I don't think equality has anything to do with sameness or fairness. I think it comes down to genetics, and the only way to keep the most dominant people on the bottom is keep your foot on their neck. And then equality and things like that come just with it. But sameness and fairness is just some bullshit white people to do to keep it close to actually what's really going on.
Got you. I hear you on that take, brother. I ain't mad at you, my brother. But go ahead. Who else want to hit it next? You got it, Nels.
So basically, when I thought about the question, um, I let me see, let me read what I wrote down. Um, I said fairness. I said should equality be about sameness or fairness? Fairness, because the number one person is. So I think that because we're all unique, we all have our different character traits and personality traits, that shouldn't constitute how we are treated. You know what I'm saying? That just makes us who we are. It shouldn't be about what's equal or what's fair. I put equality shouldn't determine or reflect how we're treated based on our uniqueness. So, should equality be about sameness or fairness? No, it should be about one's, basically, it should be about how a person, like, like how a person is, or
They
how
carry
they,
they sell the content of their character or something like that.
yeah, like how the person is, how the person, performs, not necessarily about if they're equal or not. Like it doesn't work in one sense or another. Because everybody's unique, everybody's different. It
Mhm.
shouldn't be treated based um on that solely. It should just be, equality is whether it's right or wrong.
Got you. Go ahead, Jay. You want to go at it, my brother? Got
Yeah. I kind of caught the back end of what Chris was saying, but I kind of lean towards exactly what he was saying. Like I don't believe in equality in no shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? Everything is hierarchy, status, feel me, survival of the fittest type deal. You know, as far as our humanity, we are equal, but that's where it stops. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I'm not equal to Barack
That's
Obama.
it.
I'm not oblivious to think that I'm equal to him, and these women ain't equivalent to Michelle Obama. We're not equal. You know what I'm saying? And it should be that way. That's like you got these kids running track. I take my son to play sports and everybody get a medal. It ain't supposed to be like that. Everybody shouldn't get a medal. The winner need to get one. Everybody ain't equal. If you standing out, then you get your representation for standing out and being that one. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
you don't believe
that
in gold and silver and bronze? You don't
yeah,
believe
go
in the
nah,
second
yeah,
place medal?
yeah, that. But they giving people a participation. Like nah, bro.
Oh,
Like just keep it
yeah, I
at
don't feel that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
just
right on
keep
that.
it at gold. Yeah, just keep it at gold, silver, and bronze. You giving everybody a medal when they ain't even necessarily deserve it. And I understand you wanna when it's young kids, I understand the sentiment. I get it. But I'm just using that as an example. You know what I'm saying? All this equality stuff that made
Yeah,
the lines all blurred. Everybody want to be equal to each other. You feel me? You got men wanting to be women, and you got women wanting to be men. I seen this dude kicking this chick ass in MMA the other day. Like, why are y'all allowing this? That's where this stuff has led us.
Mm-hmm.
He kicking this chick
yes.
ass. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then they had a it was like a strength competition. And this dude, he blew the other chicks out the water. The black chick, she got second place. She was mad as hell. You feel me? That's what these
Yeah,
that's
that's crazy.
that's what all of this equality type stuff leads towards. Because we're not equal. It's a hierarchy, bro. I can't
Mhm.
do what you can do as a woman. You can't do what I do as a man. And the fact that they started this a long time ago when they start pushing that whole campaign, anything you can do, I can do better. They were talking about the women. Anything you can do. No, bro. Like that's not what it is. We're two different powers. You know what I'm saying? We're two different energies,
Yeah.
masculine and feminine, two different energies. You know what I'm saying? Water can't say that I can be fire. No, bro. It's not how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got what we got nowadays. You feel me? So it shouldn't be. And like Chris was saying, the reason why I don't feel like it should be equality, because I feel like we should be the people that's on top.
Yeah.
Our people. I feel like we
Mhm.
should be the people that's on top because we wouldn't have the notion of, we
Hmm.
wouldn't have a fear of genetic annihilation because we already know that we're dominant genetically.
Mhm.
A lot of reason why the people
Hmm.
do what they do is
Hmm.
because they're afraid of genetic annihilation.
That's what I said. That's why I
I
don't
feel
think
like I
sameness
feel
and
like
pay.
I feel like if we was at hold on, Chris. I feel like if we was at the top, it'll be a more even playing field for everybody else because we wouldn't have that in the back of our mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't we
Hmm.
we, we don't have that fear because we already know what time it is.
Mhm.
You know, and and
Yes.
that's why they move in the way that they move. It's all because of fear. So it'll be an equal playing field if we was on top, but that's why it's not right now.
Yeah.
Yes. I
That's
Yeah.
was
what I
just about to, yep.
definitely.
I was just about to say I rather like well in the society we live in. I understand what y'all talking about and what it's supposed to be about, but if it come down to same like what y'all saying, I don't want sameness at all. No, I don't want the same. I want everything to be fair. Like I'd rather choose fairness over sameness, though. I'd rather for things to be at an even playing field and we all could go out there and get it. Because just like you were saying, it doesn't matter who you are. I know for sure I'm not equivalent to Barack Obama or to Michael Joe, whoever. But if y'all give us all the same playing field, I'd rather take the fairness over sameness though any day. Like I don't want to all us be the same because like back to what your point was, Jay, this sameness shit has led us down a dark road to where we having, like you said, we having males in female sports and people are saying, "Oh, it's about equality." That's not fucking equality when you know this person was born a male and you allowing them to compete on the swimming team with a bunch of females. His testosterones, his chromosomes, all that shit is fucking different from the female. So that sameness shit, that shit gotta go. It should be about fairness. It shouldn't be nothing about sameness. Sameness is bullshit.
So yeah, that's kind of where I was saying too, like out fairness, you know what I'm saying? Because no one person is the same. Um, so I agree with all three of y'all. And I at first I was a little I didn't really know what Chris was getting at, but now I do see what you're saying as far as the
No, I
genetic
know.
component. At first
Yeah,
it threw
I,
me
I
for a loop.
told you I was gonna take it somewhere else because
Yeah,
I went
it threw
deep
me
on.
for a loop for a little bit, but then once I connected the dots, I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what he's saying." There's
Yeah, because I get deep on topics like that because I think it's deeper than what is. You know, it's about genetic. A lot of it got to do with genetics. That's why they got all these different. That's why the scientists always want to search up DNA and things like that. They always want to search up the black body. That's a scientific term. That's not nothing I made up.
I
That's
gotta
something.
look into that. You
Yeah.
just give me some homework.
Chemistry.
Yeah,
I gotta
that's
look.
just the black body
It's
versus a white body versus a gray body. That's why black people we emit the energy because we absorb energy. That's why you could jump high, run faster, do things longer. A great black boxer always beat the great Mexican boxer. It's not something I'm saying. It's just facts. To
Mm-hmm.
people who watch boxing, they know this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just
Yeah.
it's a reason why melanin by the gram is worth more than gold by the
mm.
gram. You feel me? Like they know that. It's a reason
Reason
why
why God gave us the
a lot
reflexes of Larry Davis.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
also.
it all got to do with the melanin. It all got to do with the melanin. But the reason why I say it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to come off like I'm trying to down on other people, but the thing is, like, we don't have a history of going into other nations and conquering and putting our story on those people. Like, we don't have that as a historically. You feel me? You got these other nations, they going into all of these different countries, conquering, rape and pillage. Give them a new history. We don't have that history. We're not that type of people. We're aggressive, yeah, but we're also like loving to a fault. To where it's
Yeah,
like we open our arms to people, and it's like, okay, yeah, y'all can come in, and then they take over us. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like we're loving to a fault.
that's why I
You
said
feel me?
we're tribal people, and they got a governmental sense. There's nothing wrong with being tribal people, but that means you're more in tune with nature and love and the earth. And when you got more of a government sense, you got more of a conquering. Let's take over shit. Let's build, destroy. What they say, before creation comes destruction. So that's their thing right there. So.
That's a good point. I gotta look into that a little bit more because I took the question differently. I wasn't thinking about the question in that sense, but those are good points. But again,
Yeah,
like I go with fairness as opposed to equality because no one person is the same. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be based. Their treatment shouldn't be based on, um, their equality. It should be based on who they are as a person.
Like
Um,
what Phil Jackson told the Bulls, I treat y'all all fair, but y'all not all equal. There's a hierarchy around this. You can't do what Mike do. Don't think
yeah,
you come there and do what Jordan and Pippen could do because of shit.
yeah.
You know,
I mean
shit.
that's I mean it's it's the same. We all valued at a certain status. I mean, it's about what we gonna bring into the world. You feel me? Like that's why you go to a job, you got your resume, you got your credentials and your experience, your certifications, and you present that forward and you get
Mhm.
put into a category based upon what you bring to the table. It ain't about fairness, it ain't about equality, it's about what you bring to the table.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna give me? What can I get out of you? And if you ain't measuring up the par, then you ain't fit for that job. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna judge you accordingly. And that's how it should be.
I
But
understand
like
what
I
you're
said,
saying.
I feel like we should be at the
Yeah.
top because this wouldn't even be a topic of conversation because we wouldn't be thinking about genetic annihilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about
Sure.
that. But I'm
Don't
about to
say
say
that.
that, like what you were saying, like what you bring to the world, like what you bring to the world, like that is kind of true. But you also still want fairness because sometimes what you could bring to this world or bring to that job, and they look at somebody else who's different from you, they will still give that person the opportunity because they don't like your character or they don't like the way you
Yeah,
said something. So that's what I was getting at when I was saying I would rather fairness. I understand where you and Chris is coming at from a whole different angle. I agree with y'all 1,000% on that. I agree with y'all a
No, I
thousand
know
percent.
what
But
you're
I was
saying.
just saying,
I
like,
was just saying
to
I came from my angle
yeah,
from my.
to what we have to live with today, like what we have to live with today, I would rather fairness overall. But what both of y'all brothers had just explained tonight is 1,000% true. Like I'm not gonna disagree with y'all on none of that shit. That shit is 1,000% true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reason why my
So yeah,
whole
we
my
answered your
whole
question too, Todd.
yeah, my whole premise of what I said, why I say it's neither, is because I feel
Mhm.
like we should be the people in power. I
Mhm.
feel like we should be the people in power, like I said, because we don't
That's right.
have a
I feel you on.
history. We don't have a history of freaking destroying nations and all that other type of crap. You feel me? I feel like if we had that, if we was in power, it would be a lot more fair. So I can't say that it could be fairness, and on the other side say that I think we should be in power, because obviously that's not fair, probably in some other people's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that's why I say I don't think either one. It shouldn't be equalness or fairness. I feel like we should be empowered because
yeah.
genetics and our history, and I think that everything will be more fair based upon that.
Yeah.
But
That's that.
I do agree with you too, Nels,
I
when you
got you. I got you.
you know
Yeah.
in the
Now, I got you. I got
I,
that. Yeah. Now.
I said I do understand what you're talking about as far as the workplace is concerned, because I've experienced that too, where I had certain qualifications. I actually have more qualifications than another person, but because of not even just because of the way I carry myself or my background, like I was sort of overlooked because of inequality. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I had to go 10 times harder just to get that spot. You know what I'm saying? Even with all of the qualifications that I had, even with my experience and my background, I still had to fight 10 times harder for that spot as opposed to my counterpart because of, said color of my skin or, whatever the case may be. And so I do agree with you 100% when you say that in the workplace is real, and it
Mhm.
shouldn't be about that. Like it should definitely be about fairness as opposed to, what's equal or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
that's
hear
what
me,
I was
bro?
getting at on that side right there. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, Jay. You can hear me. Yeah,
Oh no, we
but
are.
like I was saying, yeah, that's all I was on that topic right there. But yeah, with Chris and Jay, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from them brothers because what they was coming at from the other angle,
That's
that
a
shit is
different,
true though. And I
yeah.
understand what Jay saying too. Like, yeah, that's a different angle he came from, but I definitely understand where he coming from because, like he said, it will be more fairness if the true people were in power. Instead, we have these people, and we gotta just live in a system. So playing
Yeah.
by their rules and playing in a
Because
system
you
at
think
least make
about
it
it,
a little.
if black people just said, "Hey, we just go no more interracial, none of that. We just be with black people for the next 25 years. We'll be the dominant race on Earth." You know
Yeah,
that
they
that's
can. Yeah, but listen.
Yeah, but we
But
already
see,
are.
Chris,
We
the thing
already
about it
are.
is,
But
oh, we already are. I just have to say that Jay took the words out of my mouth. We are already the dominant people of the whole planet. It's just that here in America, we are not the dominant people. Because overall, white people is only about 20% of the whole
ten
world.
percent of the
You know
whole
what I mean? So
population. Yeah,
yeah, well, 10%. Forget about it. I was trying to get them a little bit more because I ain't counting all the motherfuckers around everywhere, but
ain't that much.
10% whatever of the population. So, but here in America, it's not like that though. They still 47% of the population here in America. So this is why they feel emboldened to do the things that they are doing today and shit like that. They don't want to make it on a even playing field. They want us to play from behind and all that, and then tell us to still pick ourselves up by our bootstraps and shit like that. Like how
but
can we pick ourselves up when we still jumping hurdles all these years? But we had to go through all the Jim Crows, the slavery. We had to go through all this shit. So
Jim
we
Crow
just
was
trying to
almost
ask
60
for a little bit of
years ago. That's the thing. That's crazy, man.
yes, that's the thing about it. Yes.
they don't make up that population. A lot of their numbers come from foreigners.
Yeah, a lot of their
When the
numbers come
foreigners
from
when they
Mhm.
foreigners,
when the
like
foreigners come up over here, when they get
Italian
their
American,
citizenship,
Irish
when they get their
American.
citizenship, they're
Yeah.
listed as white.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Oh,
That's how you know.
oh, yeah.
That's how you
Yes.
know white is not a
Yeah.
skin color. It's a class. That
Hmm.
goes
Meaning,
into the Masonic
Yes.
black and white
Yes.
checkerboard. That's a whole nother conversation. But
mm,
it's not about their skin color. It's about a class that they're gonna put themselves in, and what they're gonna put you in. You feel me?
Right.
We think it's black and white, but
Yeah,
no, it's the black and white duality, Masonic checkerboard that they show you all the damn time, but we don't even pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it shouldn't be, and I agree exactly with what you're saying on that aspect, Nils. Like, because I experienced that as well. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I've said many times, like I need to carry myself in a certain light in a certain manner in order to get the type of respect that I feel like I deserve. I get that part. You feel me? But I'll be a hypocrite if I said that I think it should be like fairness because I feel like we should be on top. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's all. You know.
I get you. I
Wow,
got
this
you when
is
you came from
deep.
that. That's why I said I agree with you 100% when you came from that angle.
Yeah,
You
this
Yeah.
said
is
even in
very.
America, those numbers are hell yeah, cheese. Definitely right about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Every year it's dropping cheese, but the last time I checked, it was like at 42%, maybe something like that. So it's dropping. And this is why they creating all this chaos and shit they doing now because they afraid. I don't know what they're afraid of. Nobody want to do nothing to them, but they're afraid motherfuckers.
But and then they're making it harder for us too to even achieve certain things. Like even just in education, they're making it harder for us to even, gain an education. It's crazy.
That's why they came up with you got to be selected for a
Yeah.
PhD and all these things and like that.
They make
You-
it very difficult.
And you got to sit in front of a panel of white men and they got to accept you to be for a PhD when it's crazy.
It's insane. It's insane.
Mhm.
I really don't get it. I really don't get it why they do this stuff though. Like y'all had all these head starts and y'all still do all this bullshit. Yes, we got yes. Go ahead, Tasha. You could put your question up, Tasha. Yeah, I got time for it. Yeah, put another one up there. She said she got a question.
We
Mhm.
What
started kind
question
of
you
late
got?
tonight, Tasha. Yeah.
I know we started a little late than that. We started about 15 minutes late. Go ahead. What you got? What you got? Come on. What you got? All right, we got one more. All right, she said pick one. All right, let me see. I got time for one more. She always be having. Actually, got. She be having me
I
running
was
around
going
this
to ask a
motherfucker. All
question.
right, I got one more. Oh, Janelle. Hold on. Wait. Janelle had that joint too,
Got a
though. But go ahead,
question
Chris. Go ahead.
too.
I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what percentage does these feelings, actions, emotions play in a relationship? So you got love, money, sex, communication, and expectations. So what percentages y'all put them at? You got 100%. So let's start with love. How much percent that is?
I'm not. I'm. Well, I can go another way. We can start with love. Well, I don't want to start with love. I want to start with communication because communication is the key
Communication.
to a long
All right.
relationship. So
All right.
we
So
can
what you put the
put
percentage
love
on
to the side for a
communication
minute because the percentage of communication is going to be a high
out of that
percentage. It's going to be
100%?
like somewhere near like I'll say like somewhere near 50% that you got to have a communication. And then what else you said? Love.
Money,
Uh,
sex, expectations, and communication. Those five. Love, money, sex,
well, all right.
communication. Expectation.
Communication got to be on the highest level. If communication not at the highest level, your relationship is going wrong because you shouldn't have to worry about like you worry about the money and all that shit as you getting to know people. Like if you coming into a relationship and you just looking for money or something or expecting somebody to be this great guy and this great millionaire ready. I don't know what you thinking because nowadays a lot of people out here is working and people working hard. So my biggest thing in a relationship first is going to be communication. You got to have a high communication in a relationship. Then you could put your love at a level probably right next to that, and then you could start going down the line with your sex and your money, and then your expectations and everything else like that. But for me, my highest level to start a great relationship is going to be communication. Is going to be the key to everything.
Yeah. I say I put communication first. I put communication first. I don't necessarily know what percentage, but I say communication first. Um, what was it? Communication, sex, love. What else?
Love, money, sex, communication, expectations.
Sex, love, money,
I say communication first.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
gonna be low
Tashi.
on the list because I mean, look, bro, sex sex and communication will bring the love in. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that it's gonna bring the love, bro. You feel me? That you gonna fall in love. So
Hell,
communication,
I'm
sex,
with that, my.
you know
I'm
it, bro.
feeling
You
that
know
one.
it.
I'm feeling that one. That's player right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Money,
like that shit to answer my boy. I like that, Jay.
because y'all know it's true. Money, and then love, and then expectation. Because like I said before, bro, like love, like you gonna always love your partner or whatever, but I may feel like I love you today. I may feel like I don't love you tomorrow. I still love you, but y'all know what I'm saying. You feel me? Like I don't love you today, so you get away from me.
I
You
know
feel
what
me?
you're saying. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, you, you can rope them in if this, y'all know,
Yo,
y'all know.
that my boy, my boy Jay is a different type of fucking animal. That nigga is different from everybody, and that's when I love why he come up here with his shit. Cause that nigga different. You heard that
All
nigga say? That
right.
nigga say, "I'ma love you one day, and then tomorrow get up out of here."
Yeah.
That shit,
Yeah,
like Jay, that shit might work. Like you said, we all different. That works for you, but with me, I had to put the communication and then the love, and then everything else could come after that because I ain't worried. Like I'm not worrying about all other shit. We've been together 15 years, so I must be doing something right after 15. Ain't no woman gonna stay with a nigga for
yeah.
15 years if he ain't doing something right.
Hey,
So niggas
you doing
out
a
here
lot of
just
things right,
know.
bro.
Yeah, you gotta be doing something right. And it's not only about sex. That's what I tell you all the time. It's not only about sex all the time. It's about the communication. And that's the highest level to keep your relationship going. And keep nosy motherfuckers out of your business and keep those single friends out of your business because that's the fastest way for your relationship to go downhill when you got all them nosy people, especially the single friends. Them single friends, especially with y'all ladies, stay away from the single. I don't even like my girl being with homegirls who don't have a man. Have a man. Fuck that. Bring that nigga over so we could go play Madden or we could go to the park and shoot some hoops or something. If she ain't got a man, stop hanging out with her, man. Don't hang out with her. Fuck that.
All
Hey,
right, Devin. There you
re-
go. There you
okay,
I'm
go,
sorry.
Devin.
let me respond to that real quick. The reason why I said it in that manner, because we didn't have experiences like you get with a chick and she in love after y'all get down. That happens. We know that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not so much that it's not so much like I said. As a man, I value the respect. You feel me? I equate that to the love. You know what I'm saying? So if we talking about respect, I'm gonna put that number one on the flip side. You feel me? I'm gonna put that number one for me as a man. But as far as the love, like I said before, you don't have to tell me you love me. That's gonna be more of an action. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know that you love me based
Mm-hmm.
upon how you act around me. You know, but that's just my 2 cents.
All right,
My
you
son
know.
ice cold because I want to hear that shit. I want to hear that shit. Fuck that. I'm
I want
different
to
from
hear it.
Jay.
I want to
Listen,
hear it. I
you listen
want to
to
hear it,
how
but I'm gonna
I'm
know it.
listen.
I'm
I
gonna
want to
know
hear
it.
that.
Yeah, I want to hear it, but
No,
I'm
the
gonna know
actions
it.
of
Look,
yeah,
bro,
with
I
the
know
actions,
niggas
the
that.
action is gonna tell you. The action is gonna tell you.
Yeah, the actions is gonna tell you more,
and
bro. It's gonna tell you more than them words, bro.
and but that's why I tell people too. At the end of the day, it's the communication part too, because communicating
That's number one.
just small
That's number
things,
one.
getting to know your partner. Like it's just things now after all these years that I don't even have to ask her, do she want these things? I can just see that something in the house is missing, and I'll be like, you know what? All right, let me go and grab this shit for her real quick. And I'm not gonna lie, she had to get on my ass about that shit because sometimes I walk in the crib and be like, oh, okay, we got that. I ain't looking for none of that. Now I come in the crib, I'm looking for certain shit. If this thing is missing, let me go out and get this for her before she get home or something like that. And by just communicating or her coming in here telling me that, yo, listen, you need to check in the refrigerator that we missing this, and you're not even looking at, oh, check the bread box. So every day I come home now, I'm checking the bread box, I'm checking the refrigerator, I'm checking the cabinet to make sure whatever's missing, I could go in and replace what we need. But yeah, though, so the communication at the end of the day, once you got some great communication, the relationship will last a lifetime, man.
Hey, what you got to offer is very valuable. You know what I'm saying? So don't
Hmm.
get me wrong. What you got to offer is very valuable. But you coming from a perspective that you've been with the same person, you know what I'm saying, since you was a young adult. You feel me? So
Hmm.
your perspective is different. Obviously, something is good, and that's what people should, strive for. So you're gonna obviously have a different perspective, bro.
Hmm.
But your perspective is valuable. That's what
Yeah, of
we
course.
all. That's what we all, should be looking for. You feel me? But that's rare. That's
Yeah,
a
I
that's
appreciate
a
that.
rare
And I
perspective.
appreciate that, bro. That's why I tell them all the time. I tell people all the time, like after all that time, this shit ain't easy. Like I said, when I was saying at the last show, just make sure you have more sunny days than those rainy days. If you got more sunny days than rainy days, the relationship is gonna last a lifetime as well. That's all you gotta do. Like, cause it's gonna be those days. But are you gonna be there to stick it out with me during them rainy days? So when we could get through them clouds and we get through them rainy days, I guarantee you the sun is gonna shine for a long time over y'all guys. So
Oh,
that's what y'all have to do out there tonight, man.
you a
You know what I
lover
mean? Just
boy.
get out there.
You're a lover
I don't
boy.
know. I don't know what else to be, bro. I don't know what else to be, man. Like I've been like that
Good,
for a
bro.
long time now, and being down
Good,
for
bro.
so long, that shit just taught me how to love like that, brother. And that's where I'm
Good.
coming from tonight. I'm just trying to bring that perspective on the show too, because like you said, we all come from different walks of life. We all got different relationships. We all go through different problems. So I'm just trying to share what I go through in my lifetime in a day, a little bit of what's going on at home and things like that. But like I said, I could come up here and I could tell y'all that this has been a great ride for 15 years. I could just sit here and lie and be like, yeah, we've been together. No, we got dark days, motherfucker. Trust that. But we make sure the sun shines more, and that's how we get through this shit.
Mm, that's 100.
So for me,
Motherfucker, you better clap
communicate.
harder than that, nigga. Don't ever clap that soft. Okay,
I
hold on,
can't.
nigga. Fuck wrong. You gotta clap harder than that. Fuck wrong with y'all. Hold on a minute, brothers. Let's go. Now let me stop fucking with why. But go ahead, Nels. I'm sorry.
No, you are right. So for me, I would say communication, the percentage would be about 80%. Expectations goes hand in hand with communication because you got to communicate your expectations for another person. You can't just go into a situation expecting something or expecting them to do something or vice versa. You got to communicate that. Because again, that's just where things get a little bit rocky when you expect somebody to do something, they don't do it, now you're disappointed. You save yourself from disappointment and headache when you don't communicate your expectations. As far as love is concerned, for me, not only is love an action, but it's also built. So I would say, we when we communicate, and we get to know one another. We get to, you know what I'm saying? Because I go based off of like, how you say, like a soulful type of connection. I go based off of like, again, character, morals, and stuff like that, and just building with the person. So that's where my love comes into play. That's when, you know what I'm saying, like we build love on with each other on that aspect, and then sex comes in after that, because I'm not the type of person that could just have sex with anybody. I have to have some sort of connection with you. Like if I don't have a connection with you, if I don't know you like that, if I can't communicate with you, if I don't love you, so to speak, there is no sexual interaction. And if there is, I'm faking it. I'm gonna be 100 with you, because that's just how I am. I'm being dead ass. Like that's just how I am. Like I can't be intimate with someone in that sense and not feel nothing for them. Now there's some people that could do that, and that's great. I don't judge, but
You're a cold blooded motherfucker, right?
no, I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying, like, there's some people that could do that, and that's what worked for them.
No,
But
he's
for
not talking
me,
about you. He's talking
Yeah, I'm
about
oh,
talking
you.
about the people that could do that. They cold
Yeah.
blooded.
okay. I'm about to say. I mean, me personally, I can't. I have to have some sort of connection with you. Some sort of. I have to be able to communicate with you on some sort of level. Like I said, expectation come with communication because you set yourself up for disappointment when you expect something that you didn't communicate, and then the sex again is just it comes with learning that person, communicating your needs with that person, having that connection with that person, and then so on and so forth. So if we're going to give percentages, I would say communication is about 80%, right? Expectation is probably about maybe 5 because it goes hand in hand. I'm trying to add it up to 100. um Love is about maybe about 10, and then sex is about 15 or so.
And you
Like
gonna talk that nigga ear off.
that's like
I'm gonna talk that. I love to talk. We already established this. I love to talk. I love to have
80%,
communication.
you gonna talk that nigga ear off, bro.
And you know what? But you know what? I found,
Yo,
listen,
Tosh, put that comment back in there. Put that comment. What does Jay like? Put that comment in there for Jay again,
yeah,
Tosh.
he like a bitch that talk for 2 minutes, and that's the day. And but you know what
Tosh had
though?
the good
It's
comment for
different type.
last episode.
There's different type of men because
I'm messing with y'all. Don't come at me. You didn't came at me
I know
already.
you
I'm gonna
are, but
come at your ass.
I'ma
I'm gonna
just
come
say
at
this
your ass,
because
you know.
half of what you saying is not really a fucking joke. It's the truth. That's really what you want to say.
It is,
Now,
it is, it
now,
is. I done said that before, but I'm just
now,
saying, I done said that before.
now. In terms of talking, I enjoy talking. I enjoy communication, and I've been with men that enjoy that as well. You are very far and few of ones that don't really talk that much, and that's okay. Like you don't have that much to say. You know what I'm saying? But are you a great listener though?
I'm a
Can you say
definite great listener. I'm definitely a great listener. I'm gonna
okay?
say
So
this.
then you don't. So then you don't. If you don't mind listening while the person is talking, then it shouldn't be a
Jay Love
problem.
a silent glizzy goblin. I'm sorry.
J Love a
Huh?
silent. Yeah, he just want his knob slobbed.
I mean, don't we all? Don't we all? I mean, you can. Hey, look, you can talk my ear off. Hey, talk, girl.
Listen,
Hey,
if it's
hey, talk.
okay,
No, no,
listen.
no,
If it's
no.
okay for me to talk, express myself, and you allow me that space, then what's the problem? You don't have to
Nothing.
necessarily be the talker.
Not.
You don't always have to necessarily respond. But if you listening and you actively listening, then there's nothing really wrong with that.
The thing with men and women is like this. This is our experience, right?
Hmm.
It's like you telling me about an issue, and me, I want to solve that problem,
Okay,
but you just
yeah.
going on and on about that problem. I'm like, let's just solve it. You're not necessarily looking for a solution. So now I'm stuck because I'm trying to figure out a solution, but you ain't necessarily looking for a
You
solution.
just don't got the
You
patience
just
to.
want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes that's what women need. Sometimes women
I
don't
know.
really. Sometimes women already solved the problem. We just need to vent, or we just need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
that's
shit.
just what it is. Like most women, it's not that we have problem solving skills, or we don't. Well, we lack problem solving skills. Excuse me. We have problem solving skills. We know how to solve the problem. We probably already solved the problem before we came to you with the problem, but we
Mhm.
just want to talk about it. We want to listen. We want you to listen. We want you to you know what I'm saying, have that moment with us. If you only got an attention span of 3 seconds or 3 minutes, how do you think that makes that woman feel? That makes her feel unheard, unseen,
Mhm.
and now you got problems that are deeper than, you know what I'm saying, what she's portraying or surfacing, or she's holding back because she don't think that she can come to you with it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that's all men, because I've been with men that will dead ass sit and listen to me talk, and we have dialogue and we go back and forth and we talk about this, that, and the third. We have come up with solutions. We already know what the problem is. We already figured out the solution to the problem, but we just talking about it, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I am the type of person though that I do love to talk. I really do, and I enjoy like conversation. You know what
If
I'm
you
saying?
remember, if you remember my hierarchy of lists, I put communication number one. So I know you trying to take little jabs at me, but I
I'm
put
not saying
communication.
I'm not
I
trying to
put
take a jab.
communication. I put communication number one.
You said
You feel me?
communication.
But
You said
but hold
communication
on,
is
hold on, hold
number
on, hold on, hold
one.
on. I put communication number one. But what I will tell you, men, we don't talk as much as women. We don't. Like we don't.
I
Some
digress.
a lot of times when we are having that dialogue and it's solely for y'all, like solely just to make y'all feel satisfied. You feel me? Because especially if we care about y'all, that's what we're gonna do. You feel me? Like you should do that for your woman. If you care about it and you know she want to talk, let her talk. You feel me? I'm just saying that. But I play God's advocate, so I speak from both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? I don't never try to keep it one sided. But if a man is doing that, he just doing that just to appease you, not necessarily because he want to talk. He just doing that just for you. Because if you ask him how his day went, he probably gonna be like, "It was straight. It was cool. That's it." And
I
then
had a
it's
different
on to
experience.
what you say?
I had a different
Hold on,
experience.
Cheese. I'm gonna come back to your question, Cheese. I got you. Hold on, Cheese. Hold
I
on.
had
What
a diff
Priscilla
I had a
says she gonna
different
go
experience.
communicate with somebody else then.
That part. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Oh
exactly what's
you
gonna
gonna
shit.
happen.
you'll
Because
communicate. I mean, you can communicate with somebody else, but I mean, it's like it's about finding what lasts. Like it's not about it's about finding a happy medium. You feel me? It's about finding a happy medium. This works for you. This is what
Yeah.
you want. Okay, well, what does that man want? And then we figure out how we can meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? if
right.
if 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 I gotta take my day off and you coming at me with your day, then we all ain't we ain't on one accord. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's fine if you gotta find another person to whatever, then that's just what it is. But you just gotta understand who you dealing with. You know?
Right. So I'm not taking a jab, right? I don't think that I'm taking a jab.
All right, go ahead.
But what is your
Oh,
what is
shit, here we
your
go.
what is your what's the word I'm looking for? What is your definition of communication? Is it more
Communication is
Here we go, Prince.
communication is equal part. I feel like I feel like whenever we talk about communication, the more the predominant thing that we talk about is talking. We're not talking about the listener aspect. When I
then
think
that's
about
not communication? Because
huh?
communication is two parts. Communication is talking and actively listening.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
It's
said.
not just talking.
I agree.
So when you
Hold on.
talking about
Did
when
you
you
hear?
talking
You didn't hear
about
what I.
somebody,
You didn't hear what I said.
no, I
You didn't hear
didn't.
what I said.
I didn't. What'd you say?
I said when we hear communication, most people think about talking.
Stop the
I think
moderation.
more so when we talking about the communication aspect is listening. Yes, it's two part,
Okay.
but
I didn't
people
hear
think
the second.
about when they think about communicating, they thinking about just talking versus just listening. I'm a very good listener. That's why a lot of time you'll see me up here just like this.
Right. But
I'm
you
just
but you
listening. You
also
feel me?
said
Yeah.
that you have a limited time span
Yeah,
in your listening
Maybe he
yeah.
got
capacity,
ADHD, man. That's
which
probably
is fine. Which is that's fine, but you can't speak for every man because every man don't
I
have
don't
that.
try to. I don't try
Like
to. I don't try to
like
speak for every man.
me personally, like I've been in a relationship where again we talk both like both of us talk just as much as the other person, and we listened to each other just as much as the other person did, and that's what worked for us. In the beginning, I will say I was a little bit more closed off because I had to learn how to work with my communication skills, because if something didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out, or if it didn't sound right, You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to look stupid, so I would just kind of not say it. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn, and also I was coached to just say it anyway, even regardless of how it comes out. Just say it anyway and just speak about it. Now, I was in a relationship where that's what it was. Like, we talk about the day, we talk about what happened. We would sit and talk for hours and hours. You know what I'm saying? That's just what worked for us. He was an active listener. I talked. I was an active listener and listened to him talk, et cetera, et cetera. Because it's not just, you know what I'm saying? We just had that mental capacity for one another. It's not, and I'm not trying to like throw a like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to throw a shot
Nah,
at you or
I ain't
anything
taking.
like
I
that.
don't take.
Like,
Nah. Bro.
I'm just saying, like, that's
So
just what worked for you. Like, that's
so
not to say that that
nah.
works for everybody.
No, it's not about what works for me
Hold
because
on,
I
hold on, y'all.
already.
Hold on.
Let me go.
Go ahead.
Let
Go ahead,
hold
Jay.
on. Let me go.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's not about what works for me because that's what I brought up when Chris was like, "What's a character flaw that you say that you would say about yourself?" And I said that I'm standoffish. You feel me? So I'm not coming from a perspective that that's what works for me. It's not that I already brought that forth that that may not be the best thing. But I do work with a lot of men. I've been in the oil field for about 10 years. And a lot of
Wow.
guys say that I don't try to, some things I may bring up like my personal, you know what I'm saying, my personal experiences or whatever. But a lot of things that I say, I'm coming from a perspective of a lot of men that I've been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things that I say is things that I'm hearing and things that I agree with as well. Now we have our own little anecdotal experiences that we can put on there, and I do that myself. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
in general, men don't talk as much as women. I know you may have said that you have had dudes that they may talk as much as you, but in general, we don't. We don't. Rob may get in trouble, so he may not say it. You feel me? But
No,
we
nigga,
don't
I'm
talk.
waiting for you to be quiet. I'm waiting for y'all to finish y'all statement because I'm
We
going to
don't
talk,
talk as
nigga.
much as women.
I
We
ain't.
just don't. We
I ain't
just don't.
say I asked the question and damn, I know. But yeah, that was a good
No,
question.
but hold on,
I like the dialogue.
because hold on a minute, Chris. I got you. Give me 1 second. Just give me 30 seconds, Chris, and I got you, brother. But Jay, I ain't gonna get in trouble, nigga. Listen,
You're gonna get
I
in trouble.
understand where you coming from. And it's some days that when you come home and I listen to her talk about all her stories and everything. But like you said, when she asks me something about what's going on, it's short. It's a short answer. Yo, yeah, we just did that, or we did. It's not a long conversation because we just built different as men. I listen to her for hours though. I can listen to everything she tell me and I give her my full attention at listening to her. So I'm great at listening. You know, I'm not gonna talk as much though. My stories is not gonna be as long as hers though. I'm gonna give her a story here and there, maybe about 10 minutes of a story. And then after that, I let her go on and she elaborate what she did in her day. And I just become a listener after that, and like I said, that shit works for us. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what everybody else like. I know what works for me and I know what works in my home. So like and what Janelle was saying, like when she said she want to take, nah, Janelle, that's not a shot because if that was a shot, I would have been felt like Jay was taking a shot at me. He was saying a lot of shit, and I was just sitting here like, damn, that nigga was saying man shit. And I was sitting here laughing like a motherfucker on the inside. I said that nigga Jay is just built different, but I got
Yeah.
love for him. He built different, and I
Yeah.
respect where he be coming from. I respect
Yeah,
all of
no,
y'all.
and
I
it
respect all of
that's what I want to say
y'all
too. Like, it is a respect thing. Like, I don't want you to feel like I don't, see your point of view, or I don't, you know what I mean? Nah, I just
Nah. We
ask
good.
different questions like that to challenge people and just to see where they are coming from and to elaborate. But in my experience and my past relationship, a part of our communication was we talked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had deep conversations. I listened, he listened, and we talked. Sometimes it would be an uncomfortable conversation, but we still had them. But it wasn't like you know 3 second, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I asked him how he was feeling, or if I asked him what was this or that, like he was very honest with me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that honesty, or him in that honest moment, that would be 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes of me just listening. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a window. You know what I'm saying? We kind of threw that. We didn't have that. And then other men too that I've spoken to, they never gave me a window of where I had a time limit to talk, or if I asked them a
Okay,
question, they
hold on.
gave me
Okay,
like two word sentences.
let's get this established. Okay, so let me say
She
this. It
said a
depends.
time.
Yeah, let's
That's
get
like
this established. It
crazy.
depends
Like,
on the conversation. Like if
Hey,
it's like something, if it's something
yes.
like pressing, if it's something like pressing, like a real loud, real deal situation. Obviously, that's different, right? But I'm not trying to hear about homegirl at work all day. I'm not trying to hear
No,
about that.
nobody's
I'm just
talking
not.
about homegirl at
I
work.
don't.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
even bring
like.
that to I
Yeah,
wouldn't even bring that to my
I'm
man
not.
about.
I'm
I
not
don't.
trying to keep hearing about what's going on and she done did this and that. I ain't trying
No,
to
no,
hear
no, no,
about
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
But like
That's
real deal,
different.
real life conversations. I mean, obviously that's different. You feel me? Like that's a whole different conversation. Like, yeah, I know. I
So
understand
for
you need to vent about stuff like that.
Yeah, no, for me, I really don't bring work home unless I'm asked. You know what I'm saying? Unless my man is like, "How was work today?" Then I'm like, "All right, bet this is what happened at work, etc., etc." But 9 times out of 10, I don't bring work at home. Like we talking about some other shit. I
Yeah,
also don't talk to my man about my homegirl or anything like that. Like I keep those things separate. Like
that's
I've
good.
been, you know what I'm saying? I have been married, and my husband didn't even know what my best friend, and we had the same best friend. He didn't even know what she was going through in her marriage at all, because I don't discuss any of that with him. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't discuss any of that with him. That's none of his business. I'm not one of those women that go back and forth or go to my man with what my best friend, or what. I don't do the shit like that. What my friends tell me in confidence and in secret, that's what we talk about. That stays with me. That's it. I don't gossip. So nah, I don't. I'm
If
not.
she's a hoe, I want to know.
Is she a hoe? You want to know?
Oh, I want to know. If she's
she's
a hoe, I want to
a
know. Because listen, what are you doing with those hoish ass friends and we married? So if
We
she's a
look. We
hoe, I
not.
want to know. Stay away from her.
So if I'm married to a person, right, and they have an issue with one of my friends or something like that, respectfully I will be like, yeah, nah, I can't go with you because of this or that and the third. You know what I'm saying? I have had some whole friends, I'm not even gonna hold you. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's their business. They got their reasons as why they hoes and why they do what they do. Some of their reasons are very valid. You know what I'm saying? Like some of their reasons of why they do what they do is very, very valid. Um, will I like be in the mix of all of that? No. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm the type of person that I don't really judge or be a person based off of what they do. I just don't do the shit. But if my man is like, nah, I don't want you going out with her because I don't want this, that, and the third, or I don't want like how people perceive you to change based off of who you hanging with, or I don't want any
Got
issues in our marriage. You know what I'm saying? Or our relationship to occur based off of who you hanging with. I will respect that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. But what she does, I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm not going to be like, yes, so she boned so and so and so and so yesterday. I'm not going to do that. That's no.
I got you. What she said, both Jay and Janelle saying they feel each other talk too much, but personally, I think y'all good for the podcast because y'all detailed and y'all point of view. Yeah, that's why I let them go at it, Karen.
Thank
That's
you,
why I be sitting here
thank
Yeah,
like,
you,
that's why I just
Karen.
let
y'all
that
good.
that conversation go. I said,
They
damn.
good to go with me.
I
I'm
asked,
just hosting
I
this
asked a
motherfucker.
good
I love
question tonight. You see, I be coming up
That's
with
why I
some
told
shit.
them. I love it when they got the good questions and they can have the dialogue. I'm just sitting there chilling.
No,
Y'all
it's
do your
but
thing.
it's respectful.
And
It's
we
because
we
I'm the
Y'all,
we
one
y'all,
that
y'all,
both
y'all,
our
Martin and
both our
Pam. That's what
names
I'm gonna nickname y'all, Martin and
both
Pam.
our names start with J, and we both Leos.
Leos.
So
Martin and Pam.
We both
Yep.
Leos.
Look, Jay,
That's it right there.
I'm gonna say Jay Riley, all the details out the story. He doesn't talk as much as me. He will only speak if it's about a topic he's passionate about. I've been asking Rod these questions before Black and Talkative. Yeah, she does. And listen, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Like I will answer a few of them, but most of them, if it's not like something that's down my lane and I don't like just like Jay said, it gotta be something pressing or it gotta be something that I'm very interested to be talking about. I'm not just sitting here talking about, hey, what's going on. I'm not with that shit. Nah,
That's what I
yeah,
was gonna
I
ask
ain't
you
with it.
about. That. So you feel like it has to be relatable, something that you can relate to in
yeah,
order for you
yeah,
to talk about
yeah.
it or
That like
elaborate.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying like last episode with Rob when I was telling them that I'm very introverted. Like I don't speak that much. But you wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
know it unless it was a topic that I'm like interested in. You feel me? If
Hmm.
it's like if you see me in a room with a whole bunch of people talking, if I'm not interested in that conversation, I'll be like just stuck on my computer screen. You feel me?
Right.
Like I don't entertain nonsense. I don't.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
if I'm
I
in
mean.
it, I'm in it. You feel me?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's more so just like that. I just don't like small talk. I just want to
Oh,
Yeah.
talk
okay.
about
I
something that
see.
I feel that's
Mm-hmm.
relevant. And
Okay.
if it's relevant to you, I'll listen. But if it's relevant to me, if it's not relevant to me, then do me a service and not make it like help. Please help me. You feel me? Like help me. You know that I don't want to listen to this. I'm gonna listen to it for a minute, but help me, please. You feel me?
You just don't. Okay. So what I'm taking from this is that you don't mind talking. It just has to have relevancy,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
it has to be something you're interested in, and
Yeah,
it
for
has to be
sure.
worth talking about. So it's not that you
Yeah,
don't like talking. It just
yeah.
has to have some meaning to it.
I mean, I'm on this damn podcast, so I be talking. That's why Ross started. That's why Ross tried to call me out the other day, talking about that nigga be talking.
Yeah, you know
I
what it
mean,
is.
we talking
You know what
about
it is.
building.
So from my observation, and I could just be wrong, right? But I read people. I read people a lot. My observation is this: you're introverted until you are comfortable. When you are comfortable in a setting or you're comfortable around
Yes.
people that you know what I'm saying, then you
Yes.
kind of become extroverted. You're not that type of
Yes.
person that's going to step outside of your box and your boundary unless you feel comfortable to do so. So, and
Yeah.
that's okay. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
nah. Even with people, because I'm different. Even from my best friend, we're a lot. We're very different.
Uh-huh.
We're a lot. We're the same in a lot of manners, but we're very different. It don't
Uh-huh.
matter who it is. Like I'm introverted, just period. I can
Mm-hmm.
be around people, but for only for a little bit. Like let's say if
Right.
I was to go out, let's say if I was to go out for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna stay to the club close or whatever. I'm gonna be there for a little bit, show my face, interact a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. Then I'm a dip. You feel me? Because that's just not. I don't
You
know.
yeah,
That's
you
just
get
me.
overstimulated.
Yeah, that's just me. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my personality. You know what I'm saying? That's why
There's
when
nothing
Chris
wrong
was
with
talking about when Chris asked me the other day when he was like, "So you're not an alpha?" That nah, I'm not an alpha. I'm a sigma. Do,
Yeah.
if you look up sigma, you'll probably get a better read.
I know
I did
exactly
look
what a
up it
sigma
briefly.
is.
I
I
looked at
know
it
Yeah,
briefly.
exactly what a sigma is.
I looked at
yeah.
it briefly. I looked at I think I got up to it was alpha beta sigma. I got up to that, and then there's others.
Oh
Um
my god. I
yeah,
know.
I looked at them briefly. But let's answer what Tasha says, because when they say what
When they say what that mouth do, they not talking about. See, not answering. That's my man Jay. That's what Jay be talking about.
Man,
Jay said,
look,
"Huh? Oh no, I ain't
I be
talking about
saying,
that.
man, I
I ain't
be
talking about
saying
that.
what, man, look, I be saying what people be thinking. I be saying what people be thinking, but they
Uh huh.
just don't say.
they just don't say it. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
feel
they don't be saying
like
it.
I said,
Why they be
I'm
scared
very
to say
talkative.
shit?
I'm very talkative. Now, have I
No,
always been that way? No. Did I develop that? Yes. One, because of where I do work. Two, because of, you what, like I'm highly involved in like school and stuff like that. So you have to talk, you have to be a voice. And three, I just feel like once I was better or I became better at communicating and articulating my words and expressing myself, I felt a lot more free. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm not suppressing so much. And when you get to that level where you're not suppressing your feelings and you're not afraid to say what you feel and how you feel, etc., it just gives you like this just feeling of freedom, like this liberation, and you feel more comfortable about being yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. That's why I enjoy having conversation. I'm very personable. I love to talk to people. I have this weird obsession of why people do the things that they do or why they have certain behaviors. I know it's weird. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I want to know why you don't want to talk. I want to know why you talk too much. I want to know why you feel like you introverted. I want to know why you are extrovert. I want to know why. Like, that's just me, and that's just the type of person that I am.
I
And
want the record. I want the record to reflect that I said conversation number one.
communication is number one. That's true.
Oh yeah,
Communicate.
communication number one. I want the
Yeah,
record to reflect. I said that number one.
he said that. I just didn't hear the second part, and he said
that's right.
communication is two parts. It is talking and active listening. That's what
And
he
listening.
said.
And listening.
Yes. Let me get the cheese question before we get up out of here. I'm sorry, cheese. My bad. I know I had up there for a minute. Cheese said, pick one of these: a day to see and talk to someone you haven't seen for a long time, probably passed away, or a chance to talk to your grandchildren in the future. Which one y'all picking?
Oh, I'm picking the person that I haven't seen that passed away.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a
Me
lot
too.
to
I'm
tell.
picking the first.
I got a lot to tell. And I mean,
Picking
I know
family.
like we
Mm,
we think about them as looking down on us and they're always with us, et cetera, but it's just not the same. Like, if I could bring my
yeah.
dad back, I would sit with my father for 5 hours like we used to, talk about everything that I've been through in life, and I would thank him for everything that he's taught me. If I could bring my nephew back, I'm still waiting for him to call me back because it's still so fresh. But if I could bring my nephew back,
Yeah.
I would tell him like so much shit. I'd be like, yo, yo, bro, like, let me tell you what happened today, or let me tell you what happened yesterday. And if I could do that again, that I would choose that. I mean, I love my grandchildren, but who's to say I'm gonna have grandchildren? I would rather talk to those that are living any day.
That's right. Any
Yeah.
day. Yeah. I'd rather talk to someone I haven't seen in a long time. Definitely also who passed away. But go ahead. You can go ahead, Jay. Chris.
Nah. I spoke on my best friend Chad Lewis a couple episodes ago. Hey, he was a nigga like you, right? He was like a funny, short, fat, dark nigga, bro. Like he was just so damn funny, full of life, bro. You feel me? Like that's how I think about
Yeah.
that nigga all the time. If I could just kick it with him for a little bit, bring him back, get some time with him, bro, that'll be everything to me. Real talk.
Yeah.
That's the only other person that's not a family member that I got tatted on my body. You feel me? So yeah, it'll definitely be that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's like when Nels was saying like my cousin that I lost a few years ago. My we talked about him on his birthday. We had a show actually on his birthday earlier this year, January 3rd. But my
Mhm.
but my dog Malik, like if I could just sit and talk to that nigga, man, just give me 5 minutes to talk with my homie. Like my man, like that. That's why I said like what made me really want to start shit like this is because of like memories of having him of us sitting around as kids having these talks that we gonna create something for ourselves one day and we gonna show the whole world how great we was. Just a couple kids coming from Bushwick, 1150 Putnam Avenue, and we used to have these talks around grandma table all the time and shit. Me and that nigga, I can remember like many a days and many a nights, and we used to have parties together and all type of shit. So if I could just have 5 minutes with him, like I definitely sit there with him, man, and we'd just go over all these conversations that we had when we was children. And I wish that, I like Nell said, like they say, looking down. I don't want him to be looking down. I wish he was looking right across the table from me, so we could go and have these good times and enjoy these good times. But one thing I always promised him, and we always told each other that we gonna take a trip overseas one day. And I told my nigga, I said, I'm never gonna forget that. One of these days, I'm gonna take that trip to fucking Paris or Europe somewhere, and I'm gonna let him know, yo, bro, look, I did that shit, bro. You know, I did that shit. So if I had 5 minutes with that nigga, straight up, y'all. I can't even finish talking about him though. But y'all get ahead though.
For sure. I feel that, bro. I
Yeah,
feel that, bro.
way.
Same way. Likewise.
I feel the same way too. Like when if I could.
Oh, Janelle, let me go. Let me
Oh,
go.
go
Let
ahead,
me
go,
go.
go,
Let me go.
go.
Let me go.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. If it's
Yeah,
definitely
you got it.
you know, some days I just sit back and wish I could, if heaven had visiting hours, because I'll definitely go talk to my pops just all the time. Like, especially some of the days where I just sit back and I ain't got nobody else to talk to about shit that we used to talk about, and then my pops, like, he lived with me right before he passed, and that was like some of the best times, like watching the Super Bowl together and just watching. Like, I get emotional around these times because AFC Championship. That's like shit I did with my pops. Like, he was a Jordan fan. That's why I love Jordan so much and shit like that. So, and another person will be my cousin Tony. So it's just fucked up how he passed. But heaven don't have those visiting hours, and we just got to sit on earth and get through the things that we got to get through. So I definitely understand what Nelly going through. And Leek was my homie too, man. I actually met all of them through Malik. We went to the same school and shit like that and everything. So yeah, I definitely
Mhm.
pops out.
Yeah. What I
Yeah.
started to say was I
Definitely.
I I do the same thing right now. Like so like whatever like
Hmm.
for example with Marquise, like whatever we used to do, I still do those things. Like we used to dance, you know what I'm saying? We used to listen to all kinds of, bachata and all kinds of shit. Like I still do that, like as if he was still here. We talked about, going to England. We talked about going different places. I'm still gonna do those things in memory of him. You know what I mean? My father used to love to fish. I couldn't stand it growing up because I couldn't sit still for too long. He had the patience of a saint. So he could sit and kept sit until he caught a fish. Me, I couldn't. But now I go fishing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm doing, but I still do it in remembrance of him. And then to piggyback off of Malik, like I actually do pray to him a lot. Like it was funny because right around y'all birthday, he was like so heavy on my
Yeah.
chest. I just prayed to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just started remembering all the times that we, like, all the fun we all used to have, like playing manhunt and freeze tag, and what I'm saying. He was just so like not nonchalant, but he had his own little, like, what I'm saying, like, just he wasn't too loud, he wasn't too like crazy. He just was him. You know what I'm saying? So I still talk to his mom. You know what I'm saying? I still check in on his mother. She sends me like all kinds of motivational speeches all the time. Me and my sister before the podcast, we was just talking about Malik. So like I said, I stay in my childhood. A lot of the time, that's my safe
His
space.
smile, man. You remember Malik's smile?
Yeah, like his smell was contagious. His laugh was contagious too. But like I live
My
in my
boy.
childhood, that's my safe space. So even like I said, like when I'm just thinking about everybody and what we used to do, how we used to like just mob, how we used to just chill and stuff like that. Like I just live there. You know what I'm saying? And that's my happy space. And so when like I said, when everybody do cross my mind, if they're no longer here with us, I just pray, like, and I pray to them. Um, like I said, I know my life is never going to be the same because a lot of them are not here with us anymore, and it's that's traumatic within itself. But what keeps me happy is just living in my childhood with y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had the best childhood. I'm sorry. I could say that with confidence, hands down. We had the best childhood. Like, we was all always together. We always did shit together. Like, we had the best childhood.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
I'm
man. It was a
still
great
looking
time on
for these niggas that kidnapped me and threw me in the trunk.
What?
Hmm.
Hey, yo, man, that's another story for another day, Chris, man. Don't be telling people about that shit. Yeah, them niggas
Man,
from Madison and suckers, man. They let us
I'm still
the
looking
trunk, man.
for
They let us
these
throw Chris in the
niggas,
trunk and
man.
drive off with him, man.
That's a
I
problem because
called
you
the nigga
never
Chris, was
took
like, yo,
them.
Chris. Yeah, I was telling him, I say, yo, Chris. I'm like, yo, where you at? That nigga's like, yo, I'm on Madison. I say, yo, stay right there by Ray Ray and them niggas, and yo, we gonna ride around the car. This when I had my first car, I had the fucking black Maxima. I say, yo, we gonna
Mm,
ride around. We gonna just hop out real quick, acting like we mad. We gonna toss you in the trunk. So we pull up, man. I come up the block speeding. Stop. Hey, yo, Chris, grab the nigga up, open the trunk, throw him in there. It's two niggas standing there with him. They never asked no questions. I ain't gonna mention them niggas' names, but they never asked no questions. They let us throw Chris in the trunk and drive off with the nigga. And then they come calling us an hour later. Yo, what happened between y'all and Chris, yo? I'm like, Chris right here with us smoking. Nigga, ain't nothing happened to Chris.
Yeah,
Nigga, y'all
because
niggas pussy. That's what happened,
y'all
bitch
niggas
ass
pussy,
nigga.
that's what happened. And that's why I treated them niggas the way I treated them. You
yeah,
know,
because you was on Madison.
Yeah,
Who
them
the fuck?
niggas suckers behind
Who?
for real.
it's
Them
crazy,
niggas was
man.
suckers on
I said,
Madison
if
that
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 would have
that
been
crazy
somebody
Who
though,
really
did?
man.
trying to, I'd have been dead. If that's somebody really trying to kidnap me and throw me in the trunk, it would have been over. Shit, man. Wouldn't even be no Chris today. You wouldn't see me here on this podcast. These niggas just stood there. I said, oh, mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
stay
about to
on.
close it out though. We get everybody get y'all round table though tonight. Everybody get the real man. I appreciate y'all. I know I just showed the world I could get a little emotional. So y'all just know as men, we could get a little emotional. That
Charleston
shit
White
touched my heart
Bay
talking about
lying for attention.
so
What we got live for?
Charleston White. We ain't worrying about fuck him. Man, we had a good show tonight. Fuck Charleston White. We had a great show tonight. I know I showed a little bit of emotions to the audience out there and shit or whatever, but that's just me. I know I'm a big guy, but when it comes to my man, it's like some days I can't even talk about him, bro. So that shit really hurt. It really
Yeah,
hurt
late
my heart and
juice,
it touched my heart.
man.
And that's coming up on 5 years now. March 20th will make 5 years that my man was on. So, I think about him every day, man. I might not mention it on here a lot though, and none of that. But trust me, I think about that dude every single day of my life, man. There's not a day that go by that I would never forget about you, homie. But yeah, y'all get to go around so I can share a little prayer for the peoples before we get up out of here though. Anybody else got anything to say?
I do just want to say that it's okay to express yourself whether you are on camera or off, because that's therapy. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? And you don't, like I said, you don't want to hold that in. Shit, if you gotta cry, cry. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that out, because again, that was a loved one. That wasn't just a regular person. And I could
Yeah.
vouch for that. And it's okay to,
Yeah.
again, like,
My boy
be
Marquise,
vulnerable.
you know how we grow. Marquise was
Huh?
my boy. Like that was one of my first friends. Like from your whole family. Like me and him was like some of the first friends. We used to be out there with Tony. Tony had
Mhm.
all of us and shit playing baseball, football, basketball, all that shit. And then little Tone came along, and Lil Tone just shot off like a rocket past everybody. That nigga Lil Tony was a star since he was 6 years old. When he was playing
Yeah,
T-ball and shit. So
yeah.
y'all was some of my first friends from out of the family and all that shit for real. So it's not a day that go, and that's why I went out there and I
Right
got
in
that
the
thing
back.
for your sister because
Yeah,
you meant
yeah, no,
a lot to me too as well.
yeah, no, some days are harder than others. I'm not gonna lie, because that was like
Yeah,
twin. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do have a real twin brother, it was always us three. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And I don't, like, I always tell people, like,
yeah.
I don't really remember when we all met. I just remember we was always all together. So, like, we was just always all together. I can't even tell you when we all met, but you know, it's
Yeah.
okay. Like that's a part of the process. You know what I'm saying? You just talk about your loved ones, and you do things in remembrance of them. And it's okay. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to explain why you got emotional. Like it's cool. Like, you
Yeah.
know, um,
Yeah. Of course.
but we, like I said, we just keep their memories alive by, keeping our promises to them, doing the things that
Gotcha.
we would all normally do together, or doing the things that they would do, or we wish we could do with them, et cetera, et cetera. Like, and then Chris too. My apologies to your dad too, because I know what that feels like, as far as
Mm,
losing your. I was a daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying? My father raised me. Like, he was a full-time parent. You know what I mean? Like, it was mom and dad. Like, so I had a really, really good relationship with my father. Like, I was his baby girl. And so when I lost him, I lost a piece of me too. So I get it.
definitely. Jay, you got anything to say for our show? This little short prayer.
Uh, nah, I ain't gonna say too much because I mean I know that was kind of getting on a conversation we was having offline, just in case we bring that conversation online about, what I'm saying, expression. So I'm gonna just say that. But yeah, I feel
Okay.
like it was a good show. You know what I'm saying? We touched on a lot of things, and you know,
Mhm.
that's it, man. If you in the South, man, say one.
Shit, if you across America,
Oh,
stay warm.
oh,
Yeah.
right here, y'all. This for my people out there who got a troubled soul or something, man. A little short prayer for you guys tonight. Goes a little something like this. Lord, can you lift my spirit when it feels weary and my heart when it feels heavy? You know my struggles and the burdens I've carried. Bring peace to my mind, strength to my body, and calm to my soul. Hold me close, guide me through, and remind me I'm not alone. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I don't know, man.
Black
This
and
is
Talkative,
crazy,
y'all,
man.
episode 6. Go ahead, Chris. You got it before we get up out of here. But my bad. I ain't gonna hit the
Yeah.
button this time, Jay. Yo, Black and Talkative, episode 6. We about to wrap things up and shit. And we gonna see
Man,
y'all again back here Wednesday night for episode 7, 9:30 p.m. on the Eastern Time, 8:30 Central, 6:30 Pacific Time. Black and Talkative, episode 6, man. We about to wrap it up, guys. We up out of here. Salute and
Peace.
peace to everybody out there tonight. I appreciate y'all for checking in with us. Peace out.